Good morning with the Knicks. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to your neighborhood love dealer. How are you this morning? Happy Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I will not be keeping the pad on throughout it because it looks extra small this morning. Extra small, I guess it should be, since I got a little bit of a big head just this morning. Only reason why is because I spent a lot of time last night thinking and talking and studying and reasoning. So, pardon me if a lot of messages fall out this morning. So, let's get started with the message before the message because we're dominating these spiritual streets. Okay, okay, okay. Mm. Allergy season is definitely upon us. I can feel it. It keeps happening. I'm drinking my coffee this morning instead of my green tea because I just needed it. Changed my mug too. This is the Chicago one with that moon on it, right? So it's a lot of intuitive messages. How's everybody doing this Sunday? The weather is like doing some wild stuff. It's definitely doing a whole Maryland thing, right? In Maryland, you can experience the beach, you can experience the winter, you can experience all four seasons all in 3 to 4 days, right? 3 to 4 business days exactly, right? You can put on your shorts, sweatpants, a pair of jeans, and a pair of leggings. You can put on some socks and some volleyballs. You can put on a tank top and a sweater, and a thermo and a coat, and you still really wouldn't be prepared for whatever changed, right? Because the other day it was sunny. People were out, they had on shorts. Some even came out without shirt sleeves, right? The next day it was like sunny, but it was like deafening cold. It was like so confusing. And then next thing you know, you could make a snowball in like 10 seconds out on your front. Amazing, right? The next day comes out, the sun is out again, and it's freaking warm. We have no idea. So be prepared, stay prepared. I say jersey layers. Make sure that you keep on just about everything. It's best to take off things instead of have not enough on. And my eye is definitely doing the allergy thing again. Oh my God. Hay fever is a mess. So if you take Lortidine, take that, your Allegra, your Zyrtec, build it up in your system because this one is going to be a doozy. I could tell by the way my eye is leaking. I have dust allergies and allergies and pet allergies, dander allergies. I don't have a pet, but people around me have a lot of pets, so it goes into your grass. It's a lot goes into it. So definitely make sure you're preparing for allergy season. It is happening. It is coming down. Milk thistle, a lot of natural things to help. Vitamin B, C, uh, whatever that active ingredient is in green tea, take it. Antioxidants, lots of blueberry, boba, something like that. Wonderful. Okay. So let's get it going. Oh, yeah. And olive oil. No, not olive oil. I'm sorry. Oregano oil. Oregano oil, definitely good. Scalp and to take orally. Definitely that. All right, let's bust this out because I got a lot of messages happening too. And I got a little ditty to sing to you too. Yeah, I got a little ditty to sing to you. I don't know why I'm being prompted to do this as a Vega funk that I wrote. Icarus, Icarus, don't know what you've done to us. You really? Okay. Icarus, Icarus, don't know what you've done to us. You crave too much sunshine, don't know what you've done to us. No, that's not it. What are we talking about here? It's about Icarus, right? Right. Icarus, Icarus, don't know what you've done to us. You crave too much sunshine. Can't trust your wings too much. Heard you flew close to the sun. Heard you thought you were the one. Your descent has now begun. No more wax. Welcome to Delos, city of Crete, salt of the sea. lay it to rest, can't come back to me. City of sea, salt of the sea, lay it to rest, can't come back to me. City of Crete, salt of the sea, lay it to rest, can't come back to me. Icarus, right? Anybody know the tale of Icarus and Daedalus? Icarus was the child, Daedalus was the father. He basically fashioned himself some wings made out of wax and feathers, and he decided he was going to try to fly close to the sun. However, flying too close to the sun would definitely melt the wax and make him fall to his death. And that is what ultimately happened. His father was actually very heartbroken because he had given him advice. He had talked to him, he had given him advice. However, Icarus, being the boy that he is, the rambunctious one, he did what he wanted to do and ultimately caused his death. His father basically regretted letting him take off. His father regretted letting him, basically putting the battery in his back that made him feel as though he could do what he was doing, knowing ultimately that there were some fallacies, right? So that and that. So remember, some elders were here, but they didn't necessarily learn. So sometimes they'll be giving you advice or allowing you to do things or encouraging you to do things that might not be too good for you in the end. So that's what I took from Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. He was basically full of himself. He was happy with what he had done, which he should have been happy with what he had been able to create. However, there were limitations to his creation, and he wasn't taking heed to any of that. There was definitely a lesson in that. Okay, so let's do this so I can take this hat off because it's getting on my nerves. It usually doesn't, but for right now, it is. It really is. Okay, so. Lord, thou hast been favorable unto thy land. Thou hast brought back the captivity of Jacob. Thou hast forgiven the iniquity of thy people. Thou hast covered all their sin, Selah. Thou hast taken away all thy wrath. Thou hast turned thyself from the fierceness of thine anger. Turn us, O God of our salvation, and cause thine anger toward us to cease. Wilt thou be angry with us forever? Wilt thou draw out thine anger to all generations? Wilt thou not revive us again, that thy people may rejoice in thee? Show us thy mercy. It's SHEW, show. Show us thy mercy, O Lord, and grant us thy salvation. I will hear what God, the Lord, will speak. For he will speak peace unto his people and to his saints, but let them not turn again to folly. I was just talking about that with Icarus. Surely this salvation is nigh them that fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Yea, the Lord shall give that which is good, and our land shall yield her increase. Righteousness shall go before him and shall set us in the way of his steps. Wow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. There you go. Attitude adjustment. Okay, I got a lot out of that. Boy. So there was soulmates that met. It's funny, right? Because that was not even romantic in the slightest bit. And I told you that the new loves that are coming together, they're coming together. Yes, they're romantically inclined. Yes, they are attracted to each other. However, they're not for the bullshit. So it's not a lustful thing. It is actually a more logical relationship. People are actually taking account of the bells and whistles. Yes, a nice, firm, taut ass is great. Some boobs that don't, do that weird thing when you bend over, that's great too. A man not having the man pooch, that's good too. But the conversation and the trajectory of the thing and the end result, knowing that you can reason and disagree at the same time, that's wonderful, right? Those are the unions that are coming together. We've already seen the Barbies and the Kens, right? They looked great while beating the hell out of each other, and they sold a lot of makeup, right? They sold a lot of makeup. They covered up a lot of black eyes. Paid a lot of bail, did a lot of jail. You know what I'm saying? Sold a lot of tails, sold a lot of BBLs. I mean, there were BBLs for the lips, the mouth, the forehead, the abs, the ass, the back. There's a BBL for the legs, the knees, the PP and the poo poo. They got those mesh things and they've got those elongation things, right? So there was BBLs for everything. There was like a BBL for you and a BBL for you and a BBL, right? So we got all of that out of the way. And now we're coming back to where love is more. I like that experience. I like that conversation. I like that look. I miss your face. I need your leg across mine when we sleep. Not so much as because I'm used to sleeping with 7 kids because we had too many damn kids in the house. I need your leg because I appreciate the temperature of your warmth. It's your chemistry that brings my heckles down. That is a good relationship. Let me grab the book again because that was a good one. 85 was a good one. It was like, oh, it was a read. Take the glasses off, but my eye is definitely like giving me issues. Thou hast forgiven the iniquity of thy people, will be angry with us forever, thine at all the generations. Da, da, da. Mercy and truth are met together. So there's a woman of mercy. There's a man of truth. Take what resonates. This can be interchangeable because there could be a man of mercy and there can be a woman of truth. But what's even better is both of them being mercy and truth. Because if there's mercy and truth in both of them, surely that is a conversation. Okay. My allergies are horrible right now. I didn't take my Zyrtec. I'm supposed to take it like every 2 or 3 days, but I'd be missing it because I don't like taking pills. Surely his salvation is nigh them that fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Yea, the Lord shall give that which is good, and our land shall yield her increase. That's love to me. That is definitely love to me. All right. So with our notes. Oh my goodness. How's everybody feeling this Sunday? Monday's right around the corner. Make sure everything is charged up. Yeah, clean your storm doors. There was a little pause there. Clean your storm doors, clean your windows, wipe down your doors. I'm going to wipe down my front door today. I had some stuff on there from some stuff. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We're bringing in the new year. Spring cleaning has to start happening. Retrograde is happening, so be mindful. Some of your electronics and things are going to be acting up during retrograde. Also, if anybody's sending any bad energy, don't worry about it. It's really not going to hit you. For the ones who I'm talking about, keep your head on the swivel. I don't know what's going on. So, especially when I got, for a lot of the readers, a lot of people are trying to get their hustle on, and some of the ones that can't get the hustle on, they're like trying to spam people's. Sometimes you got to give the karmics time to get off the thing and stop making the thing buffer. Okay. So part of the notes, I don't know if it's a baby or it's baby pimping. Maybe they haven't done it for a long time. Baby pimping out the Airbnb / abandonment. Okay, yeah. The abandoned houses that kind of look good and they kind of like squatting there, or they invading someone's space and telling them what you think when no one asked is also. There goes those haters. Someone's basically baby pimping out of the Airbnb or the right fake lover boy that likes little boys. I never said that. And you may think that, but that's blasphemy. So get out of here with that. And so, yeah, that might be that person that's doing this, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's a gang stalker, and then it's someone who's, and I'm talking from a piece of paper that I wrote on. So anybody who's like doing, anywho, confused man looking to steal a star. This is basically what this person is trying to do here. I'm trying to do my thing, and someone is basically trying to keep interrupting because they want the attention that I'm getting. Keep putting things in people's foods and drinks. Either you're going to catch a body or be a body. Yeah, there it's hot. People are giving gifts to people and they don't really like those people. And it is basically hex by way of intention, by way of intention. So just be okay. You are too good at your job. Nobody likes you, but they need your skills. Raise prices. Wow, yeah, you will pay for your sons. Like, I'll let your message sit because you're actually being weird. And the more you comment, the more I'm convinced that you have a weird fixation with judging other people and never judging yourself. I don't know. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. This coffee is amazing. Okay, so that was the note. Hopefully, I didn't get too many interruptions and you got that one. Yeah, so we're having a talk about Dogma, right? I never watched that movie because I'm not too particularly, I don't really care to see Matt Damon and what's his other face? It's not Val Kilmer, it's Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, even though I liked him in Daredevil, certain actors, I'm like movie bougie a little bit. I watch movies a lot. So when I see certain actors play stuff, I'll switch. So I'm still pissed with Val Kilmer playing Batman that one time, right? Batman is dangerous, and I feel like they hired a lip model to play. Yeah, and for Batman to be so rough, it was like I couldn't get with the Val Kilmer thing. So ever since that, I've been like really bougie about who plays what parts, right? So Dogma wasn't one of the ones that I ran for, but I had a conversation about it, and they were telling me about how they were representing the village of men. They were looking for good people, and the thing is, the angels that came about and offer his daughters up to the perverted men. And the thing about the men had already defiled themselves. They wanted to sleep with the angels for, yeah, they wanted to experience an angel. And this was Lot's way of saving the angels. He offered up his children, even though Lot was seen to be offering or be doing God's work in a lot of other people's eyes. It looked bad because it's like you're going to sacrifice your daughters for these strange angels, but you don't know the agreement that Lot had. You don't know the contract. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes when people are making decisions and you don't quite understand it, it's not for you to chastise and be angry with them and abuse them for the decision that you don't understand. Sometimes you just need to separate yourself. If you can't help them, just separate yourself because you don't know. Remember what happened with Noah. Noah was seen to be a town drunk, and he would sit with the spirits all the time drinking, right? And he wasn't a drunk at the time. He was drinking, but people didn't understand him because he stayed to himself. He was a quiet man, but he was a drinking man. And no one was there when he got the call to make the ark. And the purpose of the ark was because he was going to come and cleanse the earth of the people that were there, the kind that were there, the Nephilim that had came down and were defiling the place, right? So when he built the ark, he took everybody on there, la 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 la. And the thing about it is, the world was supposed to be cleansed of all of one type of person. And when everybody had boarded, the animals had boarded, the kids had boarded, the kids, his Noah's sons snuck a girl onto the vessel. And that's what the issue was. She was pregnant. And she was pregnant with the type of person that God was cleansing the earth of. And closer to them getting the olive branch and the signal that there was land, Noah, in one of his drunken fits, he looked and he saw that the girl was pregnant. And he cursed the child that was in that girl's womb, the Canaanites. It's in the Bible. He cursed that child because one had gotten through. He felt as though his job was done and it was almost done perfectly, but one had gotten through. So he began to drink more into derision and cursed that child in that womb. Henceforth, the Nephilim. So that was the day in the day of Noah. And that was also a time in where someone got the call from God, but they were made fun of. No one believed, no one supported. The only ones were his wife and kids, but they had no other choice by default because they were his family, they were his unit. But they still obeyed to an extent. His sons did not obey to the letter. This is the second story of a son disobeying. I'm noticing that because of Icarus, and now we're getting to Noah and why one of his sons brought a woman onto that was basically able to birth a Canaanite. Okay. It's Canaanite. Canaanite. Okay. Pronunciation and words are a thing because I guess they change the trajectory and they make the story, concrete. So yeah, so that's part of the angel story in which I was getting to with dogma and how the representation, and it was supposed to be about telling about how the Catholic Church was a portal or a key to some of the things that we have going on. And it points to a lot of the different religions and their part in each part, because everybody plays a part. We have Judaism, we have Muslim, we have Catholicism, we have Protestant, we have Baptist, we have Methodist, we have Seventh-day Adventists, we have all these different things, but we only have one God at the end of the day, no matter what you call him, Yahweh, Yahshua, Lord God, magnificent, the most high, divine, everything, omnipotent, the Alpha and Omega, the truth, the way, and the light. It's whatever you want to call them. It's only one, but there are so many ways to get to him as long as you're going to him. A lot of us have just stopped and fallen by the wayside and are no longer going to him because some of us have decided that we're going to stand in the way or try to be him, and that is blasphemous. So we don't want to be doing all of that. We don't want to be doing all of that. We don't want to take notes. We want to listen. We want to take into consideration what we have in front of us and either present it or don't, because you don't want to spoil anybody's meat and make them bitter to a congregation. And this is what has happened in a massive way. People have spoiled other people's meats to the point where there is no one wanting to sit at the tables. Everybody's kicking each other under the table. There's no peaceful meal. Everybody's quarrelsome. You're not supposed to take a quarrelsome wife, but if everybody's quarrelsome, you have no other damn choice. So if we have a quarrelsome wife, then we definitely have a henpecked husband, and God knows what type of kids, right, we're turning out. And that leads me to say, when you're having kids back to back, know that postpartum is a thing. And there is a reason why the elders told you not to go outside for about 30 days, 30 to 60 days. And they also told you not to go around, take your baby around people, not to let them touch, more for germs and spiritual reasons. And because of people's unclean spirits and unclean intentions and thoughts, you understand? And how pure a baby is. And a baby is definitely born a very beautiful sponge, and they can absorb all of that. So it's a reason why things were done in certain ways. 30 days for visits, 30 to 60 days for visits. Definitely more than 6 months, because your womb is a portal, and when it's still open and you're still trying to do things, especially go around people, even if it's not for actual matters, you still have a portal that is open. Your body is a woman's body is one part of the veil that people don't understand. We are part of the veil. We make up the veil because people come through us. People come through us. Sometimes more than one person at a time. So we are part of the veil. So you have to be very careful with these portals here. Have no idea what you're bringing into fruition here. So getting pregnant back to back can definitely subject you to postpartum. And if you got used to the chaos, the chemical chaos that goes in your mind, that you'll think that you're operating normally, as opposed to a person who gave themselves time in between pregnancies to heal, or at least let the portal close so that they're not absorbing all sorts of these energies. So you got to be careful having babies, and some men know how thin your portal is, and they kind of need you to stay kind of borderline, kind of crazy, because if your nervous system isn't regulated, and you're too busy running back and forth between kids, you can't really pay him attention. You can't really think about the things that are going on in your life. You can't balance books and checks and bills and things of that nature. And some, unfortunately, are harping on that opportunity to throw you off balance and have all of the bells and whistles going on. And you're confused because you're stuck between milk formula and diapers and house cleaning, and god forbid he comes in and says something about the shape of your body or the condition of the house. Now you've got other things that you're worried about, and you're not really worried about the chemical reconstruction that's already happened in your brain from having these children. So be careful of having babies back to back, and not allowing your womb to close, and the amount of chaos that happens during these times, preconception, conception, all the way through the pregnancy and afterwards, until you lead up to having the next baby. It is important that you kind of let your body and your portal heal and close, because you don't know what you're taking on. I paid attention in the last week or two, because me myself, I think childbirth hurts. Okay, I think I'd rather have a tattoo than childbirth. So when a person keeps doing that, that's the same way I feel about when people go lay down for surgery. You lay down to have surgery, like cosmetic surgery, to look better, right? Some people have no other choice but to have surgery when they get pregnant. They have to have a C-section. But pregnancy is basically a painful situation, period, because your body has to change, it has to readapt, and things of that nature. So when a person is willing to accept themselves to that, it's a chemical high, it's endorphins, it's a different kind of stress. So you have to think about the physiological changes that happen in the brain each time a person gets pregnant. And if you know postpartum is a thing that happens, it doesn't matter if you've had a good pregnancy or bad pregnancy. There's a window of postpartum that happens for every woman. And it's prolonged. It can be prolonged depending on your environment, the status, the nature of the pregnancy. So many things go into this postpartum thing. And if you give yourself time to heal postpartum, you might have a chance to re-regulate, and the chemicals could, do what they got to do and go back and regulate themselves. But however, if you keep yourself dysregulated and your chemicals dysregulated, it's going to show up in how you show up in the world. I actually paid attention to a younger person who had more than one kid and how they moved. And I paid attention to a couple of them because I didn't want to just pinpoint one. So the ones who had support, and it was good support, they move a little different. They like say, okay, I did this, so now I'm going to take my time, and they get their things together. They gather supplies, they get their support, and then they kind of calm down. They even out. They might have a few karmic years left, but it doesn't last forever. They eventually quiet down, they calm down, they look at things, they say, okay, I got to move this, that, and the third, and they move it. The ones that I've seen, the other ones, they move really aggressively. I mean, everything is always, it's like they pop locking. It's like it's time for the percolator all the time. I don't know if they pop perks or not, but it's like they're always herky jerky. Everything's got to be now, fast, yesterday, and last week, and it's like, it's like always being in the club and no good music. Those postpartum people, it's like it gotta be they gotta run at 100 because if everything should calm down, they'll get depressed. It's like the guy on Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? George, the one who he was sad when nothing was happening. If everything was cool, if they were sitting by the lake or something, he would just go off. He would just get up and say, I'm Georgia. And he would start chaos. He couldn't function when things were quiet. And that's what I'm talking about. The ones that get the postpartum that stays, it's like they don't, they can't appreciate quietness. Something has to always be going on. And that's what happens when a person gets stuck in a postpartum. And I believe that there are men who just have gotten so caught up in the chaos of life that they do have PST, or is it PTSD? I don't know. I always rearrange the letters. It's like they never had to go to war. The war of life has given them post-traumatic stress, So we have the women that are stuck in postpartum from that PTSD and other things that happened leading up into them starting to have kids, because you also got to pay attention to that. Some of them only had kids because they were not loved properly from the beginning, and they had the TV to watch in between these certain things that happened while they were kids. So their end game was either to try to feel good like the characters on the TV or make a baby like the characters on the TV, not really understanding those actors were acting and possibly going through hell before that show was ever shown, right? So that part. So that was for the ladies. That was for the ladies. So be careful with getting pregnant back to back. Allow your womb to heal. There is such thing as an environment. The environment that you get pregnant in, the environment in which you meet in, that you conceive in, the environment of your body. Is your body a good environment? Are you toxic from the inside out? Are there still some things that you need to discover and discuss with someone so that you can release some of this tension and these memories out of you? So the seraphim, because I was talking about angels and things and how everybody got mixed up, and how the angels, as soon as the angels came down and Lot and tried to protect the angels because everybody wanted to lay down with them to steal their powers, but nobody was coming to praise the Lord. Nobody was coming to these angels to say, oh, we're a witness that God did make angels. We're a witness that this happened. This Nobody was coming for that. Everybody was coming for their own perverted reasons. Some were even coming to see if they can get the angels pregnant. And this is what's happening here. Like, there are a lot of angels on this earth, but you don't know them because of the mixing, because of the saturation there is. The reason why people are so quick to victimize the angel is because it's something unlike you've never seen before. And they appear beautiful, and it's not just like outwards appearance. It's their aura, it's the way they handle people, it's the way they talk to people, it's the way they will check on you, it's the way that they'll hold your hand or say, hey, let's cross the street if it's an old person, or pick up something off the ground. See, all of us are interchangeably the angel, but a lot of us pick the you know the other side a lot of times, and it's just in a split moment that it happens. And the more that you pick the other side, it becomes so easy, almost to the point where You don't even have to breathe or think to make a bad decision. You just start making the bad decisions. So of course now you've picked your side. So with the angels and demons of this thing is people have definitely decided to pick a side, although they don't pay attention to the subtleness, because some people can be outwardly good. They show good all the time. They show good. But what are their intentions? What is their heaviness in their heart? Are they only just showing good because they want it to look or appear a certain way? Because anybody can hold the baby and then the baby can cry and you think that the baby is hungry, but you don't see that the baby is being pinched. There are some people that will pinch the baby for attention. They don't care about the baby, but the baby gets attention. Ooh, that's another point about that postpartum. You have to be careful after that first baby. I'm talking to the men for the females. You have to be careful with that first baby. I'm talking about the men who really wanted to be fathers, the ones that really like babies, the ones that don't want to see a baby hurt, that don't want to see a child destroyed, right? Pay attention, because there are some women that have been very, very hurt by their children's fathers, by men growing up. And instead of healing or figuring out why they feel so hurt or letting go of the pain that one individual gave to them and not trying to transfer it to another, they hurt the kids that come from the men that they no longer like or have access to. So you have to pay attention. And some will love their kids and just take it out on everybody else's kids. That's also not a good thing. Okay. That's karma. Even if that person takes care of their kids, if they are nasty to other people's kids, like nasty, they go out of their way to be nasty to other people's kids, you have to pay attention to that, because that is also a form of a karmic debt. You cannot be just nasty to other people's children, because guess what? Other people's children is what gets you through the day every day. Are we not all other people's children? You see, a lot of us forget, we get isolated in proximity to thinking that we're not all kids, that we weren't all children, we weren't all babies. We aren't all workers, we aren't all service workers, we aren't all servicers. We are all service at some point in time, whether we like to admit to it or not, okay? Unless you're walking around snapping your fingers and things are happening for you and you don't drive and you don't do this, you're in service at some point in time, interchangeably all the time. So when you have the intentions to do a bad job, and this is what we are, we're having a human experience. So we have to do our best to live our lives as a story told. I was telling someone, from the minute that we're breathing, we are approaching death. So it's very important what we do in between the time. And what we do is not that we should fight the end, it's just that we should fight to make our story relevant until the end approaches, because it will approach. However, we do not know how much time we have. So use your time wisely. Yes, there are hours and minutes and moments in a day. I cannot tell you it's 24/7, because depending on how you look at life, it's different. Sometimes I feel like I got 36, 6. Sometimes I feel like I got 36, 6. It's only because of how I utilize my time. I remember coming up, people would be like, I think white people got a different kind of clock. No, they don't have a different kind of clock. They've learned how to manage a time. They've learned how to manage time in a way in which we used to know how to manage. However, when the great destiny swap happened, and it happens all the time, this is how we came about to be how we are. So ignorant, so lovely, so blissful. Um, so that about the angels. I'm gonna just wrap up this angel thing and get back to life, because yeah. So I gotta get hot back on that thing that I talked about a minute. But the seraphim in its truest form has many, again, I'm reading because I write so much. The seraphim in its truest form has many eyes representing wisdom as foresight. The seraphim is an angel, part of an angel. I can tell you, look, I died 5 times already and came back because he's not ready for me, apparently. I can say this with a straight laugh. I have been on the table quite a few times and I'm still freaking here, okay? So I guess every time you go, you get closer. So I might be getting on his nerves. Because I've always got a question to ask, and I seem to always go in person. I seem to always go in person. So I get sent back. Uh yeah. The seraphim in its truest form has many eyes representing wisdom as foresight and knowledge as hindsight, as well as everything in between, giving the creature the free form of a butterfly while constantly adopting the human form and repelling it simultaneously. All in all, being weird and beautiful is so freaking hard. Okay? You have to be willing to be looked at as the seraphim. The seraphim is an angel like creature with wings like a dragonfly. It has a beautiful human silhouette form, however, still interchangeably changing because it's not able to hold quite the human form as it is a spiritual being. So the eyes come from the wisdom of back and forward and still being here. And this is why it's interchangeable all the time because the future, while not able to change the past, the future is not always quite clear because in the moment determines that. Mm, mm, mm. I love it when a good thing comes together. The 18. So yes, being weird and beautiful is hard, and that's hard for anybody who realizes how beautiful and ugly this world can be at the same time. Being woke is hard. You can't unsee it. Once you take off those damn rose-colored glasses, shit is real. The shit is really real. Why would I fight for crumbs? Yeah, why would I fight for crumbs? Why would I fight for crumbs? Yeah, why would I fight for crumbs? He told she told he, I don't want to talk about it. He told me, she told me, I don't want to talk about it. We too old in these streets, I don't want to talk about it. Pray my enemies flee, I don't want to talk about it. Why would I fight for crumbs? Yeah, why would I fight for crumbs? Why would I fight for crumbs? Yeah, why would I fight for crumbs? Wake up every day on my knees. I don't want to talk about it. Keep providing my needs. I don't want to talk about it. Lord, my soul yours to keep. I don't want to talk about it. Turn those wolves into sheep. I don't want to talk about it. Why would I fight for crumbs? Yeah, why would I fight for crumbs? Why would I fight for crumbs? Yeah, why would I fight for crumbs? I don't want to talk about it. Let me be. I don't want to talk about it. I believe. I don't want to talk about it. I decree. I don't want to talk about it. 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 Why would I fight for crumbs? Yeah, why would I fight for crumbs? Why would I fight for crumbs? Yeah, why would I fight for crumbs? Hey. And that is what I got for you this morning. Let's get over to our tarot because I'm almost at the end of this cup. Happy Sundays. Happy Domingo. Muy bien, Domingo. Bien, Domingo. Bien, Domingo. Good Sunday. Did you know that we've already been to two Friday the 13th? Two Friday the 13th. February was a Friday the 13th. March, we just passed the Friday the 13th. We've got one more. We've got one more Friday the 13th in this year. Did you know? Did you know that the power of three was happening to us? Happening to us. This is the year of the stallion, the hermit, and the fool. People are keeping to themselves while taking chances. People are keeping to themselves while taking chances. This is wonderful. We are at a time where you don't really have to leave your house to elevate your life. Not unless you don't know what to do. The only time that you really need to leave your house is when there are things that are absolutely outside of your control and you need to go and get them. Other than that, you can actually sit in the house and actually change your life. You can take a class, you can go to school, you can actually travel the whole world and never leave your home and from your house nowadays. I don't think that's a coincidence that that's happening that way. I said from a very young age that the internet was very scary. I knew it was going to be scary because it was just so much so fast. You would think that a young person that I had one of those build those Bell situations, the IBM situations. I had one of those big boxy computers with a modem and everything, right? And I had like the CD burner and everything. I My father bought me my first two CDs. It was TLC and Mary J. Blige was the 411. I played them until they skipped to death. Okay, I played them. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles out here. Woo! All right, so we got the Ace of Pentacles, we got the Five of Swords, and now we've got the. So that makes us a six. It's an equal give and take. And there's the Ace of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles. There's a man. Ooh, there's a man, and he ready to put hands on somebody. He sees conflict and he's got the big hand out. He's ready to somebody. I don't know what this is. I don't promote violence, but somebody can get it. This looks like a warrior. This is a praying warrior. This is a person that is abundant. Even if he doesn't have the money, he's very abundant in his spirit. He's very talented in his own way. He has gifts, he has skills, he has a trade, something. He can build from hand, he can build something from scratch, from start. Like I'm not saying he can do a cake, but he probably can. He knows how to sift the flour. He knows how to measure the yeast and everything, right? So there's a very learned man, a very, very experienced man, a cultured man out here in the streets. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And the first sign, by coincidence, actually. All right, so let's look at the cards first. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, which came out first. Abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career, or financial opportunity, new venture, prosperity, right? This is the one, right? This is what came out first. Beautiful opportunity, beautiful hand, beautiful pinnacle. There's the portal. Here we go. Yep, all you got to do is go forward. Someone's get a chance to move forward. So then we've got this Aquarius, right? That just popped up here. He's in a five. He's a five. And it's conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness, bullies, theft, abusive relationships. This is this man here. He's an Aquarius, right? He's battle ready, battle worn. He's been through some stuff and he's still going through some stuff, but anybody can get it. You see, he's got the knife and the hilt in his hands. He's got two extra just in case, you know what I'm saying? In case they try to jump him, he's still got one in the hand. He ready, but you see how he already got these fools walking away because he already got. Look, he done took off his thing. He like, man, he got me. I'm tired. Good morning. He said he got me. I'm tired. Look, I'm gonna tap out. See, you said, see, he ready. And you see, it's more than one of them. They coming for him. He battle ready though. He like, I got enough. I got enough. So, congratulations, divine masculine. You are battle ready, ready. Boy, you got them hands. You ready? You say you got some work to do? Where at? Point me the way. Let's go. Yeah, you ready. I like that. I like that energy. Woohoo! King of Pentacles, right? So King of Pentacles came out with you. That's why I said it was a six, because it's the only number. And the King of Pentacles has no number. He doesn't need a number. He has that big D energy. Okay, he is Leo, Virgo, situated. Doesn't mean that that's what he is, but it means that's what is in his chart, and that's the energy in which he's putting out. Leo is that big cat. Big cat. A. Yeah. Big energy. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. So, and then he's Virgo. So Not only is he fiery in his presence, he shows up when he's there. You know he's there. He didn't say anything, but he's there. When he speaks, it's like a it's like that rumble in his chest before the words come out. Ah, I love it. Okay, and then it's wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, abundance, prosperity, generosity. I saw a rod in the staff this morning. I was I lit my candle with my little matchstick, and when it was burning, it was still like glowing at the end of it because it's bamboo wood. It is still glowing, and it turned into like a cane. So I saw the rod and the staff. So I was like, this is going to take a lot of discipline. Something's going to take a lot of discipline. Somebody's in discipline, or this is going to take a lot of discipline, or this needs discipline. Ooh, thanks. I hate when I don't hate it, but when I get a download and I'm trying to incorporate it, it's like in the midst of me talking. Okay, so the download was about the discipline. This man is extremely disciplined, right? Or at least he's trying to be. Is something going on? He's already been through conflict. This man is abundant. He's manifesting. It's a six. Six is equal give and take. So he's in equal give and take with the universe. He's whatever he's putting out, he's getting back. Be careful, divine masculine. What I just said. 8-3 on the goddamn thing. 8-3. Born in 83. Somebody is 43. 43. Somebody is turning 43 or 44. Because these two ages can hit in 83 from the year 83. Depending on what month you were born in. So 43, 44 if you were born in 83. Okay, depends on where you are in the map. 42 too. 42 to 44. Okay, so we got Aquarius, Leo, and Virgo on the map right now for the equal give and take to the universe. Be careful, divine masculine. The universe is very karmatic right now. It is like you will get karma instantly, whether it be good or bad. Sometimes it's parking karma. Sometimes it's you get the elevator, you walk into the building at the right time and the elevator is opening for you. Or as soon as you pull into the parking lot, somebody leaves and it's a nice ass parking spot. Or parking karma. You might get a nice parking spot downtown, somewhere where you can never get one, especially if you live in New York. Or any like crowded city. You show up right on time and everything is moving right along. You go into the market and nobody's in the line and the cash register is clean and everything's ready. You pull up to the ATM, no one's there. You go to your favorite restaurant, your food comes faster. This is the type of karma that's coming, right? For the people on the other side of karma, you think a bad thought, you bump your knee, you hit your elbow, that damn bottom of the bed thing hit you in the wrong spot on your ankle, and that shit hurt for like the rest of the day. There's a scratch on your car, you get a new dimple. Pay attention to parking too close to people. Some people parked all the way in that corner because they wanted to park by themselves, and your ass went and looked for them and parked right next to them. We don't like you. And that's from when I used to have a car. I hated you guys. I would park all the way by myself, and it just seemed like somebody would say, "Hey, that car's by itself. Let me park right next to it. Like you couldn't have skipped the spot, big homie." Like I hate you, but yeah, you're the reason why State Farm's fucked up now. Now, no, let me calm down. Okay, so yeah, those people. So yeah, pay attention. Karma is going to be coming a little faster right now, faster than what you think, because things are coming into fruition. While things are coming to fruition in a good way, things are also coming into fruition in a bad way. Because, like I said, if karma is being quicker on the good side, it's definitely going to be quicker on the bad side. Might be subtle to you, but the stuff will build, okay? And just pay attention to the energy that is not yours. Know that if you got somebody who's pissed on the other side of town and you find yourself unprovoked and angry, that is not your energy. Return it back to sender and keep it pushing, because we got things to do in these streets and we cannot be distracted by other people's thoughts and opinions and things of that nature. And it just means someone is in your energy and they're thinking of you, and they're probably like, damn, if I was with him, I wouldn't be going through this with Sam right now. Or if I was with Tina, I wouldn't be having to put up with Barbara and her bullshit. But guess what? That's where your ass at. Beware for Mercury retrograde. Got your ex over there feeling like, damn, if I shoulda and I coulda and I woulda. No, but you didn't. Stay your ass over da. Stay your ass over da. Everybody right now is looking for fresh energy, and we ain't looking to take no exes back. They're exes for a reason. And some are just mad that they didn't get that little corner in the corner of the they didn't get that last little piece of pudding in the corner. So they coming back to try to figure it out, but you done already made a fresh tray. All right, be careful. Someone is after your star. Someone is after your star. You ain't got to be an Aquarius, but if you are main character energy, someone is after your star. Shit. This Aquarius is reoccurring this morning. Gone to sleep, y'all. 44 on the clock. Somebody's 44, just turned 44. They might be born in 82. So since we already did that for Aquarius, because I don't like when I repeat the damn thing, but I gotta repeat the damn thing because sometimes it's a lesson in the lesson. It's a lesson in the lesson. Yep. So congratulations to Divine Masculine. Pay attention to karmic and karmic ways. Pay attention to body language as well. Some of your homeboys don't like you because you have talent and you happen to be able to be an asshole too, and they think that's cute. You don't really like it that you kind of come off as an asshole, but you got a homeboy that's jealous of you and he tries to act like you, but he's not you, and he's mad that he don't get the same results because he doesn't get to be an asshole. I don't know. It's maybe not because of looks. It might be because of money. It might be because of lack of talent or lack of discipline. However, he doesn't understand that you're not being an asshole on purpose. You have an actual reason for you being an asshole. This person is being an asshole because he doesn't like his mode of asshole, so he tries to be your mode of asshole. But either way, it's just two assholes he's trying to be. Yeah. If you know what I'm saying. Like, if you already have a sucky personality, adapting someone else's sucky personality wouldn't exactly help things now, would it? Especially when you don't understand why this person is like that. You're not with this person 24/7. So how can you adapt that? And just because you might have seen them with a person doesn't mean that they actually have that type of relationship with the person. Some people are just nosy for no damn reason. It does not work in their favor. All right, so let's do Pisces now. We're going to do it real quick. All right, so we got a 15, 17. We've got this star back out. Okay, so it's Aquarius, Pisces, or Pisces thinking. So we got Pisces, Taurus, and Aquarius back out here. We've got the 10 and the 5, the 17 and the 15. Okay. $32. That's a 5. So there are going to be a lot of changes coming up during Pisces. That the Pisces season just is ending. It's coming to an end in a few days. Mhm. It sure is. By the 20 what? 23rd, 24th, that's Gemini. So we're probably in Taurus Aries right now. I think we're in Aries right now. Aries energy. Even though we're approaching Aries season, but I'm talking about the Aries energy. Definitely big changes coming in Pisces season. Even if you're a Pisces, Aquarius, or Taurus, big changes coming in Aries season. Like I said, those are logical relationships. There will be proposals. There might be a pregnancy or two, because I told you guys to wrap it up. Doesn't mean that you wrapped it up, but some people be acting like that they are afraid of unwrapping it up. Yeah, you could have wrapped it up. Yeah, so they got sheepskin. Yeah, so be careful. There will be a lot of changes. Some people will be be witnessing the end of long-term relationships. There will be some long-term relationships that will be coming to an end. You kind of gotta take that one with a grain of salt, only because people do change. After 10 to 20 years, you can't expect for people to have the same expectations if you guys have not been vocal or expressive in your relationship. There might be a big change in where a person is tired of functioning at half mast. Some people have gotten too comfortable and complacent with mediocrity. So there will be some people who will be moving on, and you have to be okay with it and find someone who makes you happy, even if that person is you. It is okay to be alone. You don't always have to be in a relationship. Sometimes being in a relationship with yourself makes you understand the things that might be insufferable to other people that you might do. And you might find the things that are wonderful about yourself. And you're like, you know what? Being with other people ruins this for me. You understand? I had to realize I like quiet time. And although I like to talk, I also like the option of the mute button, because when my thoughts take over, I need that quiet. And people aren't always receptive to when you say, I need a little time to myself, or I need you to be quiet. Some people are like, who the fuck does she think she is? I have seen that reaction, although they weren't vocal about it. You see the look on their eye, like, who the fuck does she think she is? She just told me to be quiet. She just hushed me. And honestly, you have a right to react the way you want to react, but I also have a right to ask for peace and quiet. So if I don't have to request peace and quiet, that works for me, because I don't have time to explain why I need you to shut the fuck up. I really don't. So being by yourself can actually make you realize some of the parts of you that other people may not quite like. And you need to be okay with that. You need to be okay with that and expressing that and having people express that to you, if you know what I'm saying. It's not that people should be coming through and talking to you all crazy, but being able to accept it and express it without having a forever grudge forever because somebody doesn't function the way that you function. That's just how things are. Everything shouldn't start a war. We've got enough war going on, because all that stuff that happens in the Middle East. I don't know if you realize that it does affect us in a way that you wouldn't even realize. It affects you from the inside. It affects your gut, your sacral energy. It affects you. The peace in the Middle East is a real damn thing. If there's no peace over there in the heart of the land, in the heart of the world, this is the heart. The boom boom, the boom boom, the boom boom. And the heart is a very grievous thing, and it's very, very deep. And the heart is connected to the brain. So you have to understand the body of the world. That is part of the body of the world. The land is the organs of the world, the kidneys, the innards, the heart, the brain. This is what the land is. It is the body of the world. And when there's a part of the world that is upset, that has heartburn or gas or tendonitis or whatever ailment you want to describe it as, we all feel it because we're in the body of Christ. Let me not go too deep with you, okay? Yeah, so out of that Pisces main character energy, good morning. Yeah, that's the energy of 5, because we got a 10 and a 5 and a 17. We have the Wish fulfillment. Someone's getting wish fulfillment. Someone's going to be left out in the cold. That's that seesaw action that I was telling you about. And then we have main character energy. Some of us are becoming more awake to the fact of what we have in front of us. And that is okay. I got 5-5 in front of me right now. That is wonderful because I wanted to start off on, I started off at 555. I actually sat in front of the camera at 555 and pressed live. Although it probably took a few seconds to buffer, but yeah, that's what it was. So moving right along to Aries. Oh, why is Aquarius staying on me today? I might have done the thing to a thing in a thing. Might have done a thing. I don't know. I can't be sure. My guitar is out of tune. It got retuned and now it's doing some other things. It sounds great, but it's not tuned anymore because I had someone messing with it and they changed the configuration of the sound. And it's like, I got to start all over from the thing. Even though I do make a good sound, it's not making the sound that it was making before. Okay, so someone's definitely anguishing their anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia, hopelessness, trauma, despair. When I woke up this morning, I thought I heard a woodpecker. And then I thought I heard a hummingbird. And then I compared the two. They're not the same. One pecks wood and one makes a beating sound with its wings. So it's a choice between the woodpecker and the hummingbird. The woodpecker is annoying. The hummingbird is a hummingbird. It's melodic. It's beautiful in nature. It spreads pollen. It spreads abundance. The woodpecker pecks wood. It pecks wood. From that sound, it's the clairs going on. From there, from that sound, the train beat. Bump, bump, the crossroads. Okay, somebody's being called home. There may be a death, maybe 2 or 3. Remember, there's 3 Friday the 13th this year. Good morning. Can I do this? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alex is up. We're going to have breakfast soon. Okay, so yeah, somebody is definitely at a crossroads. They don't know what to do. Knight of Swords, somebody's ambitious. This is a Capricorn Aquarius who's going into action. So ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking, defending beliefs. Okay. Hard pill to swallow. Somebody's about to get left and they know it. Somebody's about to get left. I see Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius. We've got no and a yes. All right. So on the no card, which is the Gemini side of the card, which is that 9 of Swords, there's anxieties. They know it. It's inevitable. They're about to get left. Whatever happened, they know it. They worry about it. Even if it's the person that's leaving, they're worried about it too. They just want no drama. They don't want to go through it, but they sense impending drama. Let me turn the card to the side so I can see what it says. Strength, compassion, completion, optimism, suffering. So someone is definitely suffering until the end. And this is what I got. Take what resonates. Excuse me, belch. That's karma. Excuse me. Okay, Knight of Swords. We got ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking, defending beliefs. All right, so this is what I got from this card. The person who's going to get left is distraught because of the other person's beliefs. The other person's beliefs, belief systems, the things that they value, they don't value the same things, or at least if they do value the same things, they don't value the things in the same way. They don't have the same conversations. They don't use the same words. Not that everybody does. It's just that they're not compatible. And both of them know it, but they tried it. And that's okay to try, but knowing and finding out and realizing faster before a lot of damage happens is good. The Knight of Swords, he's going to action. He doesn't necessarily like the fact that he has to leave somebody in the lurch. However, he has beliefs. So his sword is out. He's going to do it. It's going to be fast like a Band-Aid. He's just going to pull it off quick because even though you're crying, And men really can't deal with crying. Crying is a weapon to them. Your tears hurt men. It's like you're throwing ice shards at them. They hate that shit because they don't know what to do with that shit. Because if they've been told all their lives, crying is making you weak, crying is this and crying that, even though you're a damn girl, still freaking tears. It's still crying. So most men, if they haven't been emotionally intelligent or even been around girls and able to deal with them in a way in where they don't weaponize their tears, yeah, this man is not going to. He's going to crash out a little bit when you start doing it. He's going to be like, oh shit. I got to get away from the monster before the tears come, because once the tears come, I'm going to have to like try to put a plug in it, try to plug it up or something. What the fuck? I'm going to have to do something. So he's going to do this shit quick. He's going to like, okay, I got to go. Bye. He's gone. Okay. So somebody's going to have to get over this. We got Aquarius, Capricorn, Gemini energy, and the only number out here is 9. 9 is divine. 9 is divine. That is, institutions, Hierophant energy, that sort of thing. So it's really the beliefs. You guys are not compatible because you guys are not equally yoked. Equally yoked has nothing to do with finances. It has everything to do with spirituality. It has everything to do with the feelings. It has everything to do with intelligence and that sort of thing. The last thing in that list is financial, but it is important. But if you guys can't even meet like that, yeah, this is what is going to happen. Somebody's going to be running. Somebody's going to be heartbroken because of their expectations and not dealing with reality. Okay. So there's that for that in Aries. Well, Pisces, Aries season, because Pisces is very intuitive, and this is why this retrograde is spiraling out of control. There are 2 retrogrades happening simultaneously, so it is going to mess with the electronics. It's going to mess with your speech. It's going to mess with a lot of things. If you are good at orating, if you are good at talking, pay attention to your words. They actually hold way more weight than what you think. Think of your words as an investment. Before you say them, know that there is no return and there might be interest. Okay? You might have to pay 50 cents on a dollar per word. You understand? Okay. So pay attention to the things that are coming out your mouth. This is big emperor time. So the masculines are definitely in rebirth. There are a lot of masculines in rebirth. A lot of people getting rid of the red pill rhetoric, and the male loneliness is hitting a real high. We are in the times of the Bible. We are definitely in Revelation, but we're definitely in a time in where men have become lovers of themselves to the point where they kind of don't see anyone else. Even as a woman, the men have decided, okay, we're going to take that role as well because we know that role and it's logical, but it's almost to the point of detriment, because if you're going to take every role, what role will the woman play if she is the one that has to reproduce? Let's not speak death into our lives. It is a dead end. That is an approach to a cul-de-sac. That is the dead end. While we do appreciate everyone's needs and everyone's palate, people have different tastes, of course. We should not force things in mass on people, especially when it brings forth non-production. And that's all I'll say about that. Knight of Wands, wrap it up. In this time, we have people wielding their sexual parts as weapons. Your body is not a battlefield. We have Cancer and Leo. Cancer is a very, very expressive sign, and they like to use their bodies as reasoning in a lot of situations. Leos as well. They are very expressive in carnal nature. If whatever they cannot speak, they like to express bodily. And just be careful, wrap it up, ask for people's my chart and test results within the last 30 days, or be able to go and get a test. We're not talking about patient first because I don't believe the 24-hour clinics give enough time and enough notice, and I have seen where they have been not too careful with information. So go to a doctor and get these things done. And Godspeed, because that's another part. Diseases spread just like the internet. This is why they're called viruses. When things get into malware gets into your phone, or when it gets into your computer, it spreads something called a virus, and it spreads very fast. And this is how the viruses are spreading. Close proximity, lots of people, lowered immune system, bad spiritual hygiene that creates an environment to where viruses spread, even if it's from a computer, whether it's from the rumors of the mouth, which is a virus, is a part of a virus. It's plaguing, um, and diseases, sexually transmitted diseases, spiritually transmitted diseases. They create viral moments, viruses, viral. Okay, so pay attention, Knight of Wands. It's not just about X. It's a lot of things that can go viral, including word of mouth, these videos, um, malware, actual real viruses, like the COVID and things of that nature, coronavirus, that sort of thing. All these viruses, right? Any kind of virus, anything that can go viral. Okay, like strep throat, and the little stomach bugs that the kids pass around every so often. Pay attention. Anything can go viral. Even some of your posts that you probably didn't want to post can go viral. Okay, so yeah, let's go into Aries. Aries. I don't usually do all of these zodiacs so often, but I feel like I've been leaving you without any guidance throughout. So let's just get you through the Sunday, through the Monday, because I'm definitely coming back to these spiritual streets to see you. I like talking to you. All right, Aries, we got Hermit Mood, and we've got Queen of Pentacles, and we've got the Magician. Yeah. I love it. I love it when the cards do the thing that it do. Okay, so we've got the 9 of the Hermit, and then we've got the 1. We've got no other numbers besides. Yeah, so okay. So we've got Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn, and we've got Mercury energy here, right? So definitely feminine energy, the Magician. All right, 9 is the Hermit, so somebody's definitely being disciplined. They're staying out of the way, and this is the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm leaning to say that this is divine feminine because we just talked about divine masculine. He's wonderful, he's educated, he's a tortured soul with a gentle heart, and he is managing his way about this earth, and he knows he's tapped all the way in. However, he's still got to control his mouth. This is really in his intrusive thoughts. That's what divine masculine is dealing with. Divine feminine, she chilling, shorty. She chilling. She home. She home, or she's at work, or she's where she's supposed to be. She's nowhere in the streets, right? She's in the spiritual streets, which means she's in her mind, in her brain, and in her heart. She's in her bag. She's in her hustle. She's with the kids. She's digging dirt. She's at the Home Depot. She's on a computer figuring out these bills. She's doing stuff. This is what you see her looking at the pentacles. Everything she does makes sense. It's logical, and it adds to her life. And if not, she's making sure she takes care of whatever it is so that she can get it out of her life, right? And then we've got the Magician. All of that comes to 10. The 9 and the 1. There's no number in between, right? Which means not only is she wielding the strength, limitless, unlimited power and strength, but she's manifesting. Look how beautiful this thing is. She is manifesting, and guess who she's calling in? That divine masculine. She is calling in her man. I see 35 to 43, 43, 44. Okay, 35 to 55. Okay, so yeah. Wish fulfillment. Stop. Wish fulfillment. And it is what it is. She's manifesting her new lover, and he's manifesting her, and they will meet eventually. If they haven't already met, they will be logically together. Once they meet, once they're together, nobody will ever be able to take them apart. You couldn't talk them apart. You couldn't take them apart. You couldn't smooch them apart. You couldn't get them to cheat on each other if you wanted them to, because you have nothing to offer them. They give each other everything, and whatever they don't have, they don't give each other, they've already given to themselves. So when you show up, you're another conversation for them to have. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful relationship. A relationship where anybody comes in is just another conversation for them to have. Like you're nothing but a conversation piece to them. You can try all you might if you want to get into this couple. This couple is going to laugh at you. They're going to think you're silly because they've already picked each other. They're laughing because they're hoping and praying that you get somebody and find something safe to do, because trying to get into their relationship ain't it. These two people don't play about each other. I think this is wonderful in Aries season, being in Aries or Aries, or you have Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Definitely the magician, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing these unions. Hopefully, yeah, everybody gets what they are due. Ha 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 ha. Yay! Divine masculine, divine feminine coming together between Pisces and Aries season, or at least meeting, or at least having the energy and calling in. The signals, the trumpet has been blown, okay? The trumpet been blowing since the beginning of the year, but it's getting louder. It's getting louder. And just know that the closer you get to your relationship, them demons gonna be jumping out the bushes. They're gonna be like, hey, you want some coochie? Hey, you want some pee-pee? Hey, I got this dollar. Hey, I got this rose. Like people are going to be coming out the woodworks trying to distract your significant other from coming through. You notice I didn't say twin flame because that's tumultuous, that's volatile. I didn't say soulmate because not only can your soulmate and your twin flame be interchangeably your family or your friends or your spouse, it could be anybody who could be just your soulmate or your twin flame for a moment in time. But I'm talking about your significant other, the person who's going to be significant to the trajectory of your life. They're going to change the paradigm of your life. That person, nope. Everybody that tries to get into y'all stuff is just another conversation to have. Like, hey, you see that clown came out of there? Hey, you seen that thing came out of there? Let's talk about it. I love it for you guys. Congratulations once again. All right, so let's get over into Taurus. Let's get into Taurus energy. Oh boy, new equipment, new equipment, new equipment. There goes that discipline. I was talking about the crossroads earlier. Somebody is definitely death comes in threes. So condolences in advance to anyone who's about to lose someone. Somebody's been to the crossroads or did some crossroad ritual. It's going to backfire because you got bad intentions. All right, it's going to backfire for a lot of different reasons. Your ancestors, our ancestors, I should say, because a lot of us have a thing of thinking that all of us are separate. No, all of us connect at some axis at some point in life, whether it's here in life or spiritually or in death. All of us have crisscrossed spiritually at some point in the ethers. So when you're doing things of that nature, we're all God's children. So just know that you're doing something to yourself when it backfires. If that person doesn't deserve that action, and they're living their truth, and you went to spirit with a lie because you feel in some kind of funky way, yeah, that's not going to go well. And we have shared ancestors, so it's like you going to my father and he's your uncle. We still live in the same house, and if you stand behind him while I'm getting beat and he slap and then slap back, you get the backfire. And if I move out the way and he start hitting me and he slapped back, you got hit. So yeah. So Stop watching for people karma. You sitting there watching to see if your cousin gonna get hit hard enough with the belt, but you ain't moved out the way. That buckle coming right back to you. Pow! What? Oh man, Taurus. Damn anguish. All right, so long-term view, hard work, perseverance, diligence, sustainable results, investments, page of cup, creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, possibility, happy, surprise, dreamer, sensitivity, new love, anxiety, worry, fear, all that work, and what did it get you? All that work, and what did it get you? Yeah. 79. Somebody's born in 79. Taurus, Taurus, Gemini, Taurus. Somebody's born in 79, 97, something like that, in their 20s or in their approaching their 50s, something like 50, 50, 51. Okay, 50, 51. Something happened when someone was 15, something like that. 79, 97. Taurus, Gemini. Somebody did a lot of work and they're heartbroken over it because it got them nowhere. It was a fishy offer in the first place. They worked really hard, they saved up their pinnacles, got creative, tried to make other opportunities with these pinnacles, even though it was fishy from the jump, and now someone's ending up in anguish. This is for Taurus, and now there's a need to watch the finances. Okay, so this is that 7 right there with that right there. That's 7 right there. And then we've got the page of cups right there that was creating the activities and the opportunities. And bam, there's the anguish that came in right there from whatever it is. All that work, and what did it get you? In financial straits. So now you got to hold on like a fat pig. And what happens when you wrestle with pigs? You get damn dirty. And sometimes the pig likes the damn mud. It doesn't care about the damn wrestling. All right. So we've got 79, 97, 94, 49, 51. These are the ages. Takes what resonates. That's Taurus. Let's go, Gemini. Let's go. 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 Hey, Lou. Yay. Go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go, Gemini. Let's go. Let's go, Gemini. Let's go. Hey. Challenges, competition. I don't know why this all just fell out. Challenges, competition, shadow self, obsession. Boom. Knight of Wands. I don't know. Boom. We got 5. Somebody's out in the cold. Knight of Wands. Somebody's really, really sexual. Somebody's out in the cold. Somebody is like a hobo of some sort. Hobolologist. I don't know. They use their sexual advantages to gain housing necessities. They don't ask for money because money would lock them out of the housing part. So they don't ask for money. They just do favors and offer money. I mean, offer the body. So the body is the currency. All right. And then there's the Knight of Pentacles, the dark offer, and then it's the equal give and take, and it's the strength and the resilience of staying away from temptation. Okay, that was a lot. Okay, yeah, that's the Temperance. So yeah, staying away from the temptation of all the offers, because like I said, retrograde is retroing. Ooh, we got 86 coming out here. 14. 5. Someone's born in May, and I think they're 40. 86. Yeah, they would be 40. Okay. That's what that is. I didn't even get to Gemini. I was just reading the cards that just fell straight out. Wow. Somebody's definitely trying to resist temptation. Okay, the Empress keeps coming out. All right, the Empress is here, and she wants to be damn seen. She's a 3. And the Lovers, and the 3, and the King, She's here. Okay, we in May. Okay, we're in May. I'm seeing you, babe. I'm seeing you, honey. So the Wheel of Fortune, breaking cycles. I got bad luck, no control, resistance to change, breaking cycles, negative phase. This is about to be an atomic bomb on somebody. So I don't know if it's a Gemini in the chart, but here's what I got. Okay. So I got the Empress just popped out here. She just said, okay, I'm gonna show my whole entire button is reading because you tried to ignore me. And I did try to ignore her. I did, but she beautiful, and she just said, you know what, sometimes an empress gotta be a bitch. Because when I'm nice to you all, y'all try to play in my face. Look how cute she is. So the empress just popped out, right? She, look at her, she's sitting up, she like, look at me. All right, so and then the lovers popped out right afterwards. So she want her love, she want her flowers, she want what she want. Okay, who's gonna give her what she wants? And it's Gemini energy. So we go from straight femme energy to straight Gemini energy. You say what you want, I don't care. So then we got the Three of Wands. So this was a 3 and a 6 and a 3. Boy, it's back to the 12. I mean, the 3, right? Because once you get to 12, it turns into 3. So then we got this preparation, progress, foresight, enterprise, expansion, overseas opportunities. Boom, right? I told you. Empress say, hey, I'm here. Give me what I want. She want love. She want her flowers. I'm trying not to show the naked people. She want love. She want her flowers because that's the lovers. That's Gemini energy. Then we got the preparation. So everything is going right. Hermit mode. I told you. This is a form of hermit mode. When you're sitting there, you thinking and you preparate, you strategizing, right? Boom. Here you go. Then we got the King of Cups, which is the Aquarius Pisces. I be laughing. I ain't make no damn thing up. You shut up. You how you turn 12 into 3. Put 1 and 2 together, idiot. Before you speak fast, slow down. Anyway, 12 turns into 3 when you put the numbers together. Genius. And then we get the King of Cups, which is this Aquarius Pisces, right? Emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balance, supportive leader, tolerance, empathetic. That's not a number. So we still at 3. King of Cups. So this is the relationship I've been talking about. She say, I'm here, I am. He say, here I come. Everybody preparing, whether they met each other or not. Everybody is in preparation. When they get together, it don't matter. If they wake up one morning and say, all right, let's go to the courthouse, guess what? They can do it because they are really single. Like, they don't have to wait for a baby mother or baby daddy. They don't have to wait for a divorce. They don't have to wait for nothing. They can actually do what they want to do. If they want to go on vacation, they can do it. They ain't got to worry about asking for permission. All they got to do is plan. All right, so now we got the Page of Wands, which is the whole energy of the relationship. And we still haven't gotten to another number. It's just the Page of Wands. And that is inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, freedom. This is the energy they gonna be in. Bam. I ain't say nothing about, I didn't say that it was going to be baby mothers and baby daddies. What I'm saying is, don't nobody gotta think about them because they ain't in the damn cards. Don't nobody gotta think about them. Look, pay attention, idiot. She say, where you at? Come get me. I want some love, right? Got a plan for that. You can't just, you gotta have gas in the car. You gotta make sure you ain't got no baby daddies and nobody. Do you see anybody to the left and to the right? There's no baby daddies, there's no baby mothers, right? Then he show up because he like, boo, I'm about to come get you. I'm on my throne. I'm on my throne. Okay. I'm on my throne. I'm about to come get you. Right. So then the Page of Wands is the energy that they in because it's inspiration. Both of them are inspired to get back into the love and the light of things. Wonderful. Right. Yeah. So now we got this conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness, bully stuff, abusive relationships. That's your hating ass this morning. That's you. You's a hater and you trying to talk confusion and chaos into the situation because you don't want nobody get no booty that you can't have. You one of them. If I can't have it, look, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none with your nasty ass. Hell no, we ain't sharing shit. That's you right there with your hating ass. You sneaking around trying to cause chaos because you don't want nobody to get no love. You think marriage sucks because don't nobody want to marry you, or you can't afford to get married because you think you being off of the damn clock going to mean a damn thing to one person or another. But it ain't. Marriage is actually a beautiful thing. It's just your ass ain't never seen a good damn marriage a day in your life. You ain't even seen a goddamn good hookup for that damn sake. The way you seen marriage is if somebody got half on it. The best damn relationship you probably ever seen was two crackheads who always had each other back on getting that crack. That's the best relationship you probably ever done seen. So me actually describing a healthy relationship is probably none and nil on you. Mm-hmm. Go on somewhere and go play Uno. You done got a lot for $20. Yeah, but I bet you that damn penicillin shot it costs a lot more than damn $20 when your ass get to it. And about all them damn condoms your ass gonna have to buy gonna come up to way more than some damn $20 damn dollars. And God forbid you shoot up the club. Damn familiar shit ain't cheap. At $25 a canister. And even if you get the breastfeed, you still got to feed the hoe. What the hell are you doing out here? Hater. So you're the one that got this wheel of fortune upside down. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's not your wish fulfillment. Bad luck, no control, resistance to change, which is you. Resistance to change, breaking cycles, and negative phase. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like you can't eventually be a divine masculine. It's just that you resistance to change. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You one of the ones that probably keep the condom on until you leave the house to make sure that hoe don't try to get pregnant. You be doing a drink on them, you be putting hot sauce in the condom, you put it in the trash. So this is that right there. This was that whole story. You know, I only do 3 cards per thing. So this came out as a whole entire story, right? Basically a beautiful story of a man and a woman about to meet each other and do their big one, but there are haters on the outskirts that are watching it happen, and they're going to be the ones that are going to try to send people in to give bad advice. Oh, you don't want to marry her. You don't want to marry her. Meanwhile, in the back of your head, you like, I would marry her, but I ain't get over there fast enough. But I'm going to see if he going to take my advice, and then I'm going to try to jump in there and get her for a lower price. The lower price being breadcrumbing, cheating. I ain't gonna be able to stay in front of her long, because if I stay in front of her long, she's gonna find out that I'm fucking all of the people in the neighborhood, and I'm gonna try to lay with her with no condom. That type of shit. Yeah, that type of shit. Yeah. So you gotta pay attention to who's going to come in and come around, or they're going to send the neighborhood slut, the neighborhood groupie around, who's going to try to entice and offer some neck up or offer some booty up, and then that's going to mess everything up, because if he sleep with her, divine feminine is not going to want to touch him after seeing that he let that fire breathing dragon over there. And vice versa. Divine masculine is not going to want to touch her if he keeps seeing all of them clowns keep coming around. You see what I'm saying? So that's how the haters try to keep your love life messed up, because they keep coming around despite the fact that you don't want them. So this is the story that the cards just told. The last card at the end was a 10 out of that 3. And then once that 10 and that 3 get together, that's a 13, which is death and transformation. And then once it turns to death and transformation, and then it turns to 4, which is Foundation, your house and the foundation you built, the sturdiness. So there you go. Tell your story walking. I don't want to walk nowhere. Where am I going right now? Go walk your dog or yourself. All right, let's keep going. Cancer. Hey, you crybaby ass thug ass crybaby thug. Crybaby thug, crybaby thug, crybaby thug. No more skinny jeans. Who granddaddy wear them little ass skinny jeans trying to be well, turn your shit off. That's, you sound stupid. And then you're typing, you're giving yourself a headache. You're listening to yourself type in caps. You're yelling in the chat. You're giving yourself a mental headache. Scotty, 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 beat me up. Your ass high off something. Because you think I give a fuck. Anyway, Knight of Cups. Two of Cups. All right, we've got a two. And we're doing the balancing of the polarities. We're doing treatment. We're doing healing. Universal. Alfa Romeo also has this. That's one of those cars that Italian. It's an Italian branded car. So maybe someone likes Italian. But either way, we see the lion. It looks like a griffin at the top, and then it looks like the medical symbol right there. But that also is the symbol on the Alfa Romeo car. That's an Italian car. I don't know why that matters. Damn, now I'm looking at the hair. Cesare Borgia, the Italian guy that depicted, that was supposed to be the Christ or whatever, that sort of thing. So this is what I got. So the balancing of polarities is happening. People are coming back in the union. People are falling out of union. People are actually waking up to the fact that they might be surrounded by their enemies. And they might have not started off enemies, but they ended up being enemies through your growth. And this is why every so often you had to do some recon to your life, because some people should not still be holding on. You should have left them a few lifespans back ago. You understand? You're dragging the trash now. They should be in recycling, and another person's trash might be another person's treasure. So once you throw them up, somebody else might pick them up, Let somebody else get a chance with that shit. They say if you love them, let them go. I don't even know if that has anything to do with love, but letting shit go kind of helps you not hoard. Keeping things in the corner that don't need to be there, collecting dust. And if I'm allergic to dust, who wants that? All right, Cancer. Let's keep it pushing. All right, let's keep it pushing. We've got some We've got some obsession here with the Queen of Swords. We've got Virgo and Libra. They're very obsessed. Heart fog is causing heart fog. That's dangerous. And that's turning into an 18, which is a 9. And it's divine. So it's definitely it's 9, it's divine. Oh boy. Queen of Swords is trying to cut this person out. Whoever this person is that is representing the devil, the stalker, the obsession in their life, they're really trying to get out. It's female, male, is masculine and female energy. And it says Capricorn, but I'm definitely looking at Cap is automatically the 15. But I'm looking at this the man and the woman, and it's giving Virgo. It's giving a Virgo man and a woman. It's Libra on both sides of the scale. So things are being balanced out, and someone is definitely in a major heart fog. This is giving someone heart palpitations. This has someone's heart in their ass. It's a lot going on. Someone is terrified, devastated, anxious. They're going through the motions, baby. And if it's not one person, it is a bunch of people, and all of them don't know how to feel. It's like they're all caught up in a rapture, and they don't know how to feel because the thing didn't go the way they wanted it to go. Someone was very obsessed with the outcome. It didn't go that way, okay? It didn't go that way. And this is for Cancer. We've got the 18, which turns into a 9. That is divine. This is to me Hierophant energy. This is the state of however your value is, your religion, your institution, things that matter to you in life. And whatever's happening with this Cancer energy, Cancerian Virgo Libra is right here, and this is karma. So karma is happening to whoever this obsessed person is, the Queen of Swords, or whether it be a man or a woman that is the Queen of Swords with unbiased judgment, independent. I told you somebody's about to get cut off, and they're getting cut off fast because they're obsessed with a person. They're trying to make a person be the person they want them to be so that they can love them instead of loving them the way that they are and allowing them to leave if that's not where they want to go. So this is what's happening. This is what's resonating. This Queen of Swords can be a male or female, but they have unbiased judgment. They are very independent. They have clear boundaries, and it might come off a little snappy or zesty to some women when men actually do have boundaries and actually do give a damn about who they're giving their body to. And just because you have sloppy toppy or very wet mouth doesn't mean that this is going to make this man stay. It just isn't. So I don't know where that came from, but obviously that's in the energy. Direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive. No, this man is not zesty. This man is sick of your ass. He has either gotten a view of a woman, or he just know that you just not the type of woman he want to be with, and you keep trying to sex him to death or wear lingerie or put on feminine stuff. But the thing about it is, you're not the feminine woman he wants. It doesn't matter what you put on. You could dress like Dolly Parton. He don't give a shit. You're not going to appeal it to him in any way. And even if you do try to give him sex and he take it, that's still not going to change the post-nut clarity. He wants to leave. And some men think that they're being nice by taking your sex so that you don't be mad, and he can at least get you to take a nap so that he can make a quiet getaway. But some men math don't understand that bitch will find you when she wake up. So it's like, even if you do accept her sex as an apology so that you could have closure, that is not closure. That is deepening the wound, because she's trying to have sex with you to change your mind. So if you're not going to change your mind after sex, don't do it, because now you're feeding the demon, and you want your windows and shit busted out. You want her to put another nigger car in your name. She's going to do some shit to hold you up, because why did you accept the closure sex? It wasn't closure. It was a calamity waiting to happen. Never have pity sex ever again. I'm telling you this from experience. Never have pity sex ever again. That person will think that they have control, or they have a way to pull you in or leverage you, even if you just had it out of pity. It's not a good key to have. It's not a key to anything. It's like having a key and all the locks have been changed. What the hell do you have this key for? So Cancer energy, Cancerian, Libra, Virgo, Capricorn, there's someone trying to cut you off and you're not taking the hint. You think that if you change this or you change that, let's go from a woman's perspective. This man thinks that if he gets more money, that if he gets a haircut, that if he actually takes a bath and washes the crack of his tail, he thinks if he buys that ring and it's been 20 years and 5 kids, he thinks that if he does this, he will stop you from leaving and moving forward. No, you're kind of tired at this point and you want out. Even if it hasn't gotten this far, even if you guys just dated and you already seen a red flag, this person thinks that if he speaks to you nice the next time, or if he brings flowers the next time, that this is going to make you stay where you already have figured out you're not equally yoked. Keep it pushing, right? I told you, Mercury retrograde, not only are people going to be trying to come back that already basically tried to shit on you and thought that they were going to find better, or wasn't ready to really settle down because they just wanted to have access. They really didn't want to settle down. People are going to try to give you the last ditch efforts. They're going to try to propose. They're going to try to trap you with a baby. That's why I say wrap it up. They're going to try to make you sign up for a business or LLC with them so that you guys have to separate that way. They're going to buy a puppy and then try to make the puppy sick, so you guys got to hang out at the veterinarian's office and trauma bond. It's all sorts of devices going to come about because summertime is happening. And if you don't got your significant other to wear bathing suits and hit Six Flags with, people are going to be trying to infiltrate because they're like, hold up, she look kind of good. Maybe if I can get access to her, I don't want to marry her, but I do want to show her off during this summer because I might be trying to get into something else during the wintertime. Be careful of them temporary fixes. If you know it's temporary, don't be mad when it actually acts temporary and it leaves before you was ready for it to go. See, people be having tricks up their sleeve, not knowing, you know what I'm saying? Other people have intentions too. So be careful of people having a thing already planned out and they already plan to either pull you or push you and do whatever they want. Pay attention. People will let you know their intentions, even though it'll be subtle and they'll think that they're hiding it. If you listening, you're gonna catch it. You be like, oh, I see this person about to leave me hanging. All right, let's pack it up and go. Yeah, get ready. So by Cancerian season, we're gonna have a lot of players trying to do the trophy thing, and they're gonna be trying to triangulate you with their situation. And they're gonna be trying to get into your situation, especially if you got a solid situation. So the spirit of Asmodeus is going to come the minute they see you're in a good relationship. Look up Asmodeus and know that that is the entity that is in charge of the demons that have to come and attack your relationship for a 3-year period or more, depending on the discipline in the relationship. So if you're not ready to be in a relationship and fight in the person's face and behind the person's back to keep that stuff intact, don't do it, because you're going to rack up a lot of karmic stuff. Okay, let's go, Leo. Let's go, Leo. Financial strife. Somebody's watching the money. Somebody's paying attention. Somebody's spouse go into the bank account every time they leave the house and they watch. They watch every transaction. They watch every transaction and they call every number back and they investigate everything. Did you marry your PO? Somebody has no freedom, but somebody don't act right neither. Why are y'all together? Somebody always jumping the fence and somebody is like is like a parole officer. 10 of Wands, wish fulfillment, Leo. It's a Leo. It's a Leo. And I'm not just saying it because I know a Leo like this. Good morning and thank you. Blessings to you. Thank you. It's a Leo. It's a Cancer Leo. It's one of them emotional ass Leos. Not only is he emotional, but he's a hoe too. He sleep around a lot. It could be a woman, but this is a man. Either way, they got a white liver. It's a white liver, this person. They have emotions. They are so emotional, but they are so sexual. They so carnal. I told you it was that Knight of Wands running around. I really hope you're wrapping it up, okay? Because not only can you rack up a whole situation as far as down there, but you could get yourself plaque around your heart and all this kind of stuff, because I'm sure you're performing oral and all sorts of stuff, and that stuff goes to your system. That goes straight into your system and your mouth. You can get gum disease, you can get cancer of the throat. It's a lot of stuff can happen once you start putting your mouth on other people besides your spouse, and this is what this is. So somebody's getting the good luck and the karma of actually being here for this message right now before they go messing with this daggone leaping Leo. Energy, passionate, inspired action, adventure, fearless, impulsiveness. Leo, if you calm yourself down. Good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, turning point, change, inevitable fate, ups and downs, unpredictable. Leo, Can you go calm down? This is a 10 in Jupiter. So not only are you retrograding, you're hitting spots of good luck, but you're also going through downs. You're having a very, very bipolar season. You're having a season of Adderall. You have a season where you actually need to be buckling down and disciplining yourself to keep yourself in your wand healthy. Erectile dysfunction is running prevalent in you, my ninja, and it's not just because of health, it's because of your mind. um you got a spouse that if they sit on your mind enough, you can't perform sexually, and that frustrates you, which makes you abusive in the bedroom to other people because you're trying to cut this person off mentally when you're doing your little sexual trice, and this person is so far up your ass. Not only does it turn you on sometimes, but it also makes you unable to perform because you're under so much pressure to hide your activities. You and this person are crazy. Do you not get that? You and this person are addicted to the madness that is you. They're addicted to hunting you down, and you're addicted to being hunted. And if that dynamic should ever change, y'all won't have shit to do. So y'all basically survive off a third party energy. This is specific and it resonates with a special population of husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend. They live for the hunt and the hunter. They play reindeer games all the time. They don't plan on ever leaving each other. This is how toxic these people are. This is their relationship. If there is no third party in their relationship, what will they do? These people go out and they play with other people's hearts and they run home to see who's done the bullshit better. If they should ever fall dry on each other, they might just like each other. This is weird. When they can no longer run around and their bones get the cracking and their walkers get the rusting up, these people will sit and laugh at all the hearts and relationships that they fucked up in life. And it's sick, but it's true. It's equal to Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein. Regardless of how sick these monsters seem to the outside world, in some odd and weird and effed up way, this is their relationship. So it's somebody's relationship, and my eye is banging right now. So I am hitting somebody on the nose. Somebody is really laughing. Somebody probably laughing because I'm hitting this shit on the nose. Somebody's relationship run on, their whole relationship is energy siphoned through the toxicity and how many people they can F over and screw over. I cannot lie to you. And this is Leo energy, Cancerian Leo energy. There's a very diabolical couples or a population of couples. This is how they operate. Their whole relationship is based on messing up everybody's relationship. It's like they're the agency plant you never seen coming. They're not planted in the music industry, so to speak. They're planted in every industry, so to speak. This is the married couples that I was talking about a few readings back. These married couples are put together in order to destroy the whole institution of marriage. They're put here to make a bad example of marriage. They're put here to make that reindeer stuff seem fun. And this is why a lot of people out here are talking about the dating pool is piss in it, is because these types of relationships, the Natalie Nunn and that Lou Lemon, whatever his name is, Them sorts of relationships are the reason why the institution of marriage has crumbled so badly and has lost its form of integrity. Is because they've triangulated the world with these illusions of marriage, but these marriages are succubus incubus collaborations, vampire covens. They suck on the destruction in the environment. This is how they gain their power through the illusion of a good marriage and a good unity. They make people believe that this is how people should function in pure dysfunction. Bam. Got it. That's the end of that. Let me get out of there. Wow. Okay. All right. Virgo, let's go. Woo! I got sucked into that one. Virgo, let's go. I had to come all the way around John Henry's barn for that one. Wow. Chariot, fast moving. Two. Wow. Two swords, and then we've got another two. 722 Somebody watches 227. I like that show. Jack A. Yeah, Mary. Mary. She was the third party too in Lester and them's thing. Remember how she always was dating and Lester and Mary was married, and she would always come by with her stuff, with her dates and her people with the furs and the chocolates and the third parties and stuff. And at some point, you felt like she was just going to always be dating and she was never going to get married. Did Jack A ever get married in that, or was she always the third party? Because there was another third party, which was the upstairs neighbor, the other messy lady. So somebody got messy women in their family that also enjoy the toxic shit too. And they're the ones that once you get pregnant or don't get pregnant, they the ones that sit around and be like, is she gonna have a baby? She can't keep a man. Her house, that's why her man. Her this, that's why her man. And them the boys that come around, they eat that shit up and they use it to fuel the toxicity that come from their mouth. Oh, this is coming all full circle. Okay, Virgo. So there's also a Virgo man or woman who come from this toxicity, and this is how they see relationships. Okay, fast moving, Virgo. So here we go. And then we got the 2 and the 2. What does that come to? 11, ascension. Somebody is ascending right now because they realize that they might be that person, or they might have just woke up next to, or they're in that situation. I'm bringing illumination to somebody's situation. They probably they hadn't even realized that they was that damn toxic, that they really are, their relationship basically is glued together by the toxicity that both of them display together. They've trauma bonded to the point where trauma is their only bond. If anyone should ever heal, they won't like each other ever again. And some people are okay with that. Some people are just fine with that. Cancer, Libra, Aries. This is a Virgo reading. 8. I got 1 and a 7. January the 7th. All of that is the 8 karmic. I ain't worried about the 2-7 because I got 2-2-7. I got 7-2-2. Look. The Chariot. Movement, progress, action, integration, determination, willpower, control, direction, departure, courage. 2 of Swords. Difficult decisions, weighing options, avoidance, deadlock. Also, duality, togetherness, a settling of the energy, union, love, or balance. And then we've got this last 2. Planning, progress, making decisions, discovery. I told you, awakening, discovery, leaving home, and travel plans. So what this situation is, someone just paid attention to the dynamic of their relationship. I described someone's dynamic. Either somebody is happy with the fact that they are toxic and they have a toxic relationship, and that's how their relationship functions, on pure toxicity. And somebody's also realizing who the third parties are in their relationship, the people who pop in and out, the people who can look in the window of your life and give a whole bunch of their 2 cents, drop their 2 cents, nobody asked them for, unwarranted advice. And the third party. Either it's the man that's a player or it's the woman that's a player that comes by and they always showing off a new lover or a new conquest or a new something, and they're always displaying it in front of the married couple. And this is why some people say, oh, well, married couples need to hang with married couples and single people need to. No, good people need to hang with good people and bad people need to hang with bad people. Because a married couple can be a good example to someone who wants to get married if it's a good couple. And a bad married couple can be an example of why somebody don't want to get married. Henceforth, a lot of stuff today. So you pick and you choose what resonates. Okay. So definitely in Virgo season, we're talking about third party involvement, unwarranted advice, fast moving, and ascension. Some people are waking up to the fact that they have trauma bonded, and that's the only reason why they're together. And some people know that they are trauma bonded, and some people are okay with that dynamic because it's boring. If they were to actually stop sleeping around and stop cheating with other people and stop bringing other people into their relationship, it would actually become boring, and they would find out that they don't even really like their spouse for real. They just like the excitement of just keep being around people and sucking up energy. Okay, so that was that for Virgo. All right, let's get into Libra. Let's go. And Libra is the scale. We just had Libra all over the place. So let's see what type of justice we're going to get to in Libra. All right, so we've got the Nine of Wands. That is the wounded warrior. They've been through a lot, but they still standing. They still standing strong. Okay, Libra, let's go. All right, so we've got courage, persistent test of faith, resilience, boundaries, last stand, gearing up for worst pessimism and weary. I told you this is the wounded warrior. This person has been tried and true. They've been through battle after battle, but they're still standing. So that's the resilience that I'm talking about. They've been through a lot. Some people have been tortured in this life, but they are still standing. Some people don't look like what they've been through. And unfortunately, some people look like shit on a stick. They look exactly like what they've been through, unfortunately. And this is Sagittarius energy. So this is very straight and true. The archer is definitely precise. So in Sagittarius energy, someone's definitely exacting the exact karma that they put out. They are reaping exactly what they sowed to the point, to the letter. So now we got the King of Cups out here with Aquarius, Pisces energy, emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic control, balanced, supportive leader, tolerance, empathetic. And that is in Libra. This is the Libra reading. With the Sagittarius, Aquarius, Pisces out here, we can tell that this guy is a wounded warrior and they're coming back into balance with themselves. Someone is trying to fix their crown. They're trying to adjust the ways in which they live. They're trying to get it back together, and that's okay. You got to give somebody an A for their effort, especially if they're trying, because some people, they stopped trying a long time ago. So you want people to keep trying. Page of Wands, inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, and freedom. There's the only number out here is 9. So somebody is definitely divining. They are either in divination, they're reading the Bible, they're meditating, they're chanting something, they're using divination to balance the scales and bring things back into fruition. They're tried and true warrior. They know what they've been through. They're not starting from scratch, they're starting from experience. So they're going to use their experience to create inspiration in their life to bring up the vibration of their environment. That is wonderful. For whoever this Libra is, I'll give you a hand clap because, hey, some people stopped trying a long time ago, and all you could do is give a person an A for effort, even if, they don't have to be your favorite person. But if you are a positive person, anything positive is good. It doesn't even have to be for you. It doesn't have to be to your benefit, but to raise the vibration, it is acceptable to be okay with somebody raising their vibration, even if you don't like them. See, people can change and you can forgive them, but you don't have to accept them back. Okay? So, yeah, people can change, just not enough to be back around you. So, pay attention during this retrograde. All right. And that was it for Libra. So, we're going to get into Scorpio once I get this thing to fold over because I'm thinking I want something else hot to drink. I think I'm fasting today. I Yesterday I rounded up the evening with a broccoli slaw. I got broccoli slaw. I don't know, my appetite is changing. I had some Brianna's cilantro lime salad dressing with some broccoli slaw, and I took some of that green chaula, the verde sauce, verde salsa. Oh my gosh, that was good. That was a good combination. No meat, no meat, right? Because sometimes I don't want meat, and when the cleaner I eat, the clearer the messages come. So I've been eating very clean for the last few days, and I haven't been too much on the solids. Might eat once out of a day. It's My appetite is changing. So your appetite might be changing as you ascend. You might see that you need a lot less food, but you need a lot more information. If that resonates with you, you'll see that things are changed. Your resources and the way that you use them and the way that you apply them to yourself will change. You'll see yourself being a little bit more disciplined with certain things and certain energies. So as you ascend, you will notice that your body will ache a little bit as your body tries to remember all of these good things coming through your body, but that's okay. A little exercise and stretching and a lot of water never hurt anyone. Okay, so come on, Scorpio, let's go with your beautiful self. You popped right out here, radiant and true and ready for celebration. You are who you think you are. You are definitely who you think you are. 21 blackjack is on the table, okay? Queen of swords. If you're a card player, you know how precise this is because we got the Scorpio and we got Capricorn. A Scorpio is not a Scorpio, I'm sorry, a Sagittarius and a Capricorn. A Sagittarius, I don't know why I keep wanting to say Scorpio because this is a Scorpio reading, but Sagittarius and Capricorn came out. So what this is the end of the year. This is fall season. This is Scorpio, Sagittarius. This is October, November, December. October, November, December. This is the end of the year type of situation. This is going into hibernation season. Excuse me, Scorpio. The moon. The moon is very intuitive. It's illuminating a lot of emotion, memories, collaborations, that sort of thing. And that's 21 blackjack, which is creativity. So now you're in creation. Scorpio is in creation. I don't know if she's pregnant or she came up with a business idea or she has an investment to make. Someone's sitting on a nest egg and someone has an investment to make that will eventually bring about a celebration. So far, I see Sagittarius, I see Capricorn twice on the board, and I see Piscean energy, which is the moon, which is very, very high intuitive. So there's an illusion, mystery, dreams, intuition, fear, anxiety, subconscious premonitions. There's a Queen of Pentacles, whether it be male or female, that is nurturing, practical, and a financially working parent, whether or not they're a parent per se as a mother or father, or a parent per se as a guardian. They have things to take care of. They have a class, they have a group that they run. They are the supervisor, they are the aunt or guardian, something like that. So there is a guardian, working parent, someone very nurturing and practical, who is a provider, who is basically they're feeling, they're having dreams, they're having thoughts, intrusive thoughts. There's thoughts happening. May not be intrusive thoughts. They may be daydreaming a lot. They might be having visions. They may be a visionary. But whatever they're doing, it's for the greater good. It's for a celebration. The end game is to celebrate or bring about a collaboration, or there is a third party that they're worried about. There might be a Scorpio or Scorpio in a situation with Capricorn, Pisces, or Sagittarius, and there's a third party that they've been worried about since the winter time. Take whatever resonates, it's in the chart. Sun, moon, rising, whatever it is. This is a Scorpio reading, Sagittarius, Capricorn. I got a lot of earth in here. Capricorn, Sagittarius, that's fire. and water, but there's a lot of earth. So someone is very fixated on the fact that there might be a third party interfering in the situation. And third party doesn't always have to be a person. It can be a family member. It can be a intrusive thought. It could be someone's drinking habit. It can be a job. It could be an actual third party. It could be someone that someone's fixated on. So, Scorpio, you're worried about whatever this is. You're having dreams and premonitions. You're daydreaming about something. So, either you're daydreaming about meeting someone or you're daydreaming about someone coming into the situation and messing something up. Either way, I need you to stay very, very focused and choose you. When all else fails, choose you. Choose the greater good for you. Don't be selfish. I'm not saying be selfish, but don't be selfless either. Find a balance to where you're doing the best for you and everything around you, because at the end of the day, you have you. And I can't say whether or not this third party is a good experience or not, because it all depends on where you are in life and what your experience is at this present time, but take what resonates. The fact that you're fixated on this third party means that there is something going on with you, that you're worried about a third party or you're attached to a result. I'm going to say take the journey with a grain of salt and be prepared to disengage if that's necessary for your health going forward, especially your mental health. Okay, so Scorpio, be prepared to disengage and hold on to your nest egg, hold on to your baby, hold on to the things that you are invested in, because the third party is definitely a distraction. It's going to try to keep you distracted and preoccupied with things that do not matter. This is what you need to worry about. This is the things that do matter. Don't ignore your intuition. Pay attention to your intuition going forward. A hit dog will holler. Pay attention to the creatures of the deep. Some people come to sow seeds of doubt in you so that you doubt yourself, but trust yourself. Be loyal to yourself. And don't worry about third parties, distractions, things of that nature. Don't let anybody get between you and your goals and what your end goal is. Good morning. Okay, so that's for Scorpio. Be strong, be resilient, be Scorpio. Okay, don't let people separate you from your good outcomes, and be prepared to pivot, because a lot of times people, not only do they want to come in and disrupt your thing, they want to see you not smile. So if a person can come in and change a thing for you and see you not smile, it's not just the change, it's the fact that they took your smile away. But if you can smile even through changes, what power do they have? Some people are petty like that. They just want to not see you smile. They hate your happiness. And it's for you to control and maintain your happiness. Don't give these people the power that they pretend to have. Because guess what? In waiting for you not to smile, they've told you that you have power to make them not smile. Because why are you so invested, yo? Ugh. And High Priestess is out here, okay? And the Knight of Cups. So someone is coming in with a good offer, even if it's not, and it doesn't have a fish in the cup either. So somebody is coming into with a good offer. You might get some BJ. I don't know. Somebody's coming in with a good offer. Someone's coming in with what you need. Okay. Someone is coming in to help you regulate. So this might not be an end all, but it might be the thing to break the ice in your life that would balance out your polarities. You see how this is only a 2? This has no number. This is just someone with a nice, clean offer. They have good etiquette. They have good manners. They'll probably bow. They'll be so formal as to probably bow. They'll probably open doors for you, things of that nature. They'll be good standing. Okay. A knight isn't a perfect guy. Okay. He's a little brash because he's walking around in all this equipment and it's kind of heavy. He's got a lot to bear. He's got a lot of responsibilities. But all in all, he still says my lady. He still nods and he still, gives you a bit. And even his spirit animal gives you a bit of respect. He tries as best he can, but remember, he's a knight. He's on the battlefield all the time. He comes and does orders and things. So the high priestess is out. So look out, honey. Between Scorpio season and Sagittarius season, intuitively, you're calling in another lover, and you're about to sail into calmer waters. And even if this next person that you meet isn't the person you go down the aisle with, they'll at least regulate your nerves enough that where you won't scare off the person that's supposed to be your person. Because sometimes you do have to learn to act normal before you actually meet your significant other, because you could be strung so high for meeting losers and disappointed for meeting this one and that one, that you actually become so defensive and get so in fight or flight mode that you actually might fight the person that you are supposed to ultimately be with. So it might be good for you to regulate yourself with a regular casual interaction before you get there. I'm not saying jump in the bed with someone. I'm saying like be able to at least have coffee and a conversation that doesn't result in a mental war. You know, prepare yourself to have a reciprocal conversation with people so that you're not always interviewing for the one. Eventually, you'll come across them, but you want to get out of the war zone of either trying to brandish a relationship or trying to refute a relationship. You just want to be normal again, to where you can just function and talk to people, not with expectation or not with disappointment, but just with communication. You know what I'm saying? All right. So come on, Sagittarius, let's go, because Scorpio had a pretty good reading. They just got to be on point and use discernment and not be so attached that they can't detach. Because sometimes detachment is needed, because if people see that you're falling over every instant, they're going to use that to their advantage, and you're going to be off kilter all the time. Nobody will let you get your feet steady on the ground, because you could be molded and pushed around if you're not stable. And this is why they say you have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything, right? All right, Sagittarius, let's get you done. Let's get you done, because we are almost done in these streets. We started off in Aquarius by default because our Aquarius has a hold on the energy. Aquarius, Pisces, and Libra has a hold on the energy. I'm an air trine, so it's definitely real for me when it comes to the air energy. I carry all three air elements. It was the alignment in my chart, so I pull from planets. I have the planets. And I was born during a very special time and a very special year. Spiritually, these streets was something serious when I was born. The alignment and the time and the planets gave yield to some things entering the atmosphere. Okay. The firmament was definitely very thin when I came about. There was a blizzard in 83. I don't know if anybody knows this. There was a freaking blizzard at the wrong time of year in 83. And yeah, that's when I came. I came when the veil was very, very much compromised and the firmament was too thin to explain. All right, so we've got this 8, which is that Virgo August energy. We've got this 7, which is that July energy, and then we've got this 2, which is that February energy. So we've got August, July, and February to be exact. We've got 87, we've got 72, we've got 27, we've got 78. Okay, that's what we got. So if we got 8 and 8, then we got 16, then we got the 1, that would be a 17, which would make that an 8 again. So we're back in the 8s again. 88, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Why did 6? No, why did 7, 8, 9, 10? I don't know. Something about that joke. But 8 and 7 too. 872. Because either way, you're going to get that. You're going to get an 8. Because it's going to be 17 and then it's going to turn into an 8. But it's 87, 78, 27, 72. Speed, rapid action, movement, swift change, manifestation, manifesting quickly, quick decisions, air travel. This is Sagittarius reading. This is a Sagittarius card with an 8 on it. Karma. Scorpio 7, the Scorpio, which is the July that I was talking about with those visions of grandeur. Opportunities, wishful thinking, choices, illusions, searching for purpose, daydreaming, visions of grandeur. All right, Sagittarius. Then we've got multiple priorities, time management, adaptability, balancing decisions, Capricorn energy. So we've got Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Capricorn energy. We got fire, earth, fire, water, and earth. We've got clay, someone's moldable. Okay, Sagittarius, we're up in the air. We're up in the air with the opportunities. It's very quick travel and rapid movement coming in this karmic time of Sagittarius. Then we've got the 7. It's the visions of grandeur. Somebody's trying to balance out their visions of grandeur. They're trying to even out this space that they've created here in Sagittarius. So I think that I'm hitting it precisely on the nose. Someone's trying to balance out some priorities and they're trying to adapt to the situation that's going on now. I guess they have visions of grandeur and they might have made their eyes might have been bigger than their stomach. So somebody thought that they could take on something that they obviously overshot. So things have to be balanced out and they have to adapt. This is what it is. This is what it is. What's the focus? Are you picking up what I'm putting down because it's down already? All right, that's it. And it's a yes, it's a maybe, and then it's a yes. So yes, maybe, yes. That's a yes to me. That's a clear ass yes to me. That's a positive to me. So someone's having the visions of grandeur and they have to really move quickly to actually balance these things out. Tax season is approaching, so make sure you have all your receipts and make sure that you don't end up audited. This has something to do with being audited. Don't ask me. I do not know. This has something to do with being audited. Tax season is approaching very fast. And it's the only thing I can think of that needed to be balanced out, especially if you had visions of grandeur. So if you overshot a bunch of stuff and you don't have the receipts for it and you put out a vision, say you put out a business plan and you went and you pitched it to a bank and you got a loan for it and you pitched it to an investor and you got a loan for it and you had visions of grandeur, you put all of these visions out and you basically overshot the thing and you did not make the deadline or you didn't put out the product or you didn't, balance the books out or whatever it is. Whatever your visions of grandeur is, it has to be balanced out now. So it looks like getting those receipts. It looks like doing your big one right now. Somebody has to cram. They have to rush around and get all of these things set because someone is about to get audited. This is auditing. This tax season, August, April the 15th is the last day, so to speak. It's not, but yeah, that's the last day for you to be ignorant about it. But yeah, somebody's going to get audited. Somebody's going to end up getting audited. I hope you got the church's money because the church will be coming for you. I don't know who decided the church and state was separate, but they don't be separate when it comes to their money. They sure don't. When they started putting ATMs in the church, I was like, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. All right, so that's for that. Okay, so that Sagittarius is reading. Somebody needs to get it together. It's something that is very precise. It is on the money. Someone is going to be audited, and that's what Sagittarius is. Sagittarius is a true and a precise archer. They're archer. When you arch, you have to shoot for a target, and you actually have to arch, not only arch your back, you have to create the arch, but you also have to be precise. You have to have measurements. That involves geometry, that involves position, that involves latitude, longitude. Am I going too sciencey for you? Okay, let me pull it back. Okay, so that's what Sagittarius is. So have those receipts ready. Don't cook them books. There are electronic receipts as well. Maybe you need to see those receipts that you saved on your phone when you were shopping. Some of those receipts you got sent to your email. This is helping somebody. Some of those receipts are in your email and they're electronic. Everything isn't coming in the mail, so you might have to download a PDF or something to get all of your tax forms together. Everything didn't come in the mail. Some of the stuff, I think you hit it by mistake, paperless. This is for somebody, whoever it resonates. You might actually have to log on to the site and go into the thing and print out whatever the tax form is, and just pay attention. And before you get signed into a contract with somebody, be prepared. Always have an exit plan when you get into a contract with somebody, if you have to sign a contract with somebody, because some people will start a business with you with intentions on making it fail. And they'll never tell you the reason why. They just needed you to be stuck on something. Some people will do that. They will future fake with you. They will have you sign up for a business, and they will do a bunch of stuff to put you up shit's creek. And they will do it in a whole nother relationship while offering the same opportunity they offered you. It's just that they were actually to trick that person down the lane a little bit more than you. So it looks like somebody's trying the same scheme with a bunch of different people and getting to different results at different times and jumping ship depending on what they got or what they didn't get out of it. Pay attention. That was specific to somebody. Somebody's going through that. All right, that was for Sagittarius. Let's get over into Capricorn, because we're done after Capricorn. Finally, this is 2, 3, 4. Forward moving. That's what's on the clock. 2, 3, 4 on the clock. 2, 3, 4. Forward moving. We're right on time. Capricorn, let's get you out of here. 9. Bam. 7. Bam. High Priestess is back out again. 9, 7, 2, 97, 79. 72, 27, 29, 92. Perfect. We got 2 9s, which is 18. We got Virgo, we got Aquarius, we got the moon. What more can I say? We have a very creative alienistic thing going on. The aliens are walking the earth, the weirdos that actually are putting things together, because everybody thinks they're weird, but people don't know that they're weird too. All right, so we've got the 18, which is a 9, which is divine. So we've got some great diviners out here, and this is what she looks like. The 9 of Pentacles, fruits of labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence. She's a 9 divine. She's a diviner. You're not aware that you are divining. When you read the Bible, that is divine. When you are doing things that deal with spirituality, you are using divination. You don't have to use tarot cards in order to do divination. Everybody likes to play with definitions and all this wordplay instead of telling the truth of what it is. Remember when God said, go and get the cup that I use for divination. See, it's all your intentions and all in what you put your hands on it for, what you're using the thing for. So when people say, I don't do this and I don't do that, and then they come up and they do things with intense emotion and intense intrusive thoughts and intensive manifestation, and they say, I don't do no divination. I'm so sorry that you have not researched or educated yourself enough to know how you apply that word in each context. I am so sorry your ignorance, okay? And it does not make you any less or any better than anyone, knowing or not knowing the information. It's just that when a person gets all high and mighty and puffeth out at their chest, I don't do this and I don't do that, but you do take part in the 7 deadly sins, and you are proud and you are boastful, yet you are lacking in the fact that you don't know that you are lacking. A lot of people don't understand. Lack isn't necessarily always bad unless it's a lack mindset or a scarcity mindset. But knowing that you don't know enough is a gift, because you can always find more. There's always more information, there's always evolution, there's always someone testing to reproof to test some more. Okay, that's what science is. It's just testing out something taken out of its controlled environment and seeing what more can be done. Okay, so yes, um, even in speech, there is divination, okay? It all depends on what you're using that speech to do. If that speech does yield a result in the words that you use, depending on which words you used, yes, that is a form of divination. Either you're speaking life or you're speaking death or you're speaking stagnation, okay? So please don't keep harping on one thing or next, okay? There are some very good things that are seen as demonic, like that picture of Cesare Borgia that people have in their living rooms and dining rooms. Some people say that that is a representation of Christ. It's supposed to be a representation of purity, but some people see it as demonic because that's not supposed to be him. And that is a man's gorgeous nephew who decided to pose for that picture the same way the Catholic cathedral with the Michelangelo the that depiction there. You know, some people see it as good, some people see it as evil. Either way, it is divination because it depicts a situation in where it evokes extreme emotion in you. And I guess this is why these tarot cards evoke extreme emotion in you because they are drawn in a way in which it evokes a type of emotion in you, and it evokes a response. It evokes words to come out of your mouth. So when you see things, even when you're just looking at TV and you react to it, it can be said as a form of divination. You see people on the screen, you give out your thoughts. Oh, that person's going to do this. If they keep doing that, you're speaking it into existence. Okay. So let's not get too pompous with the one way that we've learned things and not realizing that there are other ways that other people have learned things. So when you get to pushing it out there, be mindful that there are other opinions and standpoints other than yours. And I welcome them because, hey, it's beautiful to have a, oh, it's beautiful to have a conversation. So that's that for Capricorn. And like I said, we have the nine, which is divine, which is the divination and the wonderfulness that it can be if you're not looking to destroy other people. A lot of times when we get into our higher selves and we start to work on our relationship with God, it looks like divination because when you get that relationship with him, your life starts to change in a way that people don't understand. Even you won't understand until you accept the fact that God is really a moving force in your life. And you'll have people come and they'll say you are arrogant and they'll say you're this because you actually say out of your mouth, I'm with God. I want to work with God. This is that. And people will come to you and they'll say, you're not doing this and you're not that, but they don't know the journey in which you took. They don't know the things that you had to survive. And they don't necessarily understand why you don't look jacked up like how your life was. And that's pure proof that God is existing. And that is why when people don't understand or have a relationship with God, they can actually say to you, you are arrogant, you're doing something wrong. They will talk to you and treat you as though you've done something wrong, even though you haven't hurt a fly, you haven't hurt a hair on their head, you haven't come to them in any bad way. It's just that when people don't understand your functioning, because I had somebody come crying to me. She said, I don't understand why you not fucked up, why you not a junkie, why you not alcoholic, why you not messed up. Because all the things you've been through, they would have folded me, they would have folded me. And I looked at this person, and at the time, I honestly did not understand why I was evoking so much emotion out of them because I wasn't jacked up. And honestly, if you think about everything that the person said I've been through, yeah, I've been through it, but I wasn't hung up. I'm trying to figure out why was she more hurt about my situation than I was. Some people crazy like that. But yeah, some people don't understand how you could still stand there knowing that Goliath has hit you in your head plenty of times, not even realizing that you were the David in everybody's life for a time period. And it looks different to everybody. So, with this Capricorn situation, as I'm explaining in Capricorn Virgo, is when you get to a certain part in your life, people will say that they don't understand you is because you don't embrace the negativity that they felt like you should have embraced by now because so many things have been done to you. You should be ready to display hurt. You should be ready to give the world back the hurt that you received. But if you do that, what good are you? You will become exactly the people who you're trying not to be like. And to some people, that is offensive that you did not become like them. And some people will accept that you did not become like them, but some people will be so butthurt that you didn't become like them that they'll try to test you. They'll try to make you like them. They'll try to push back you past your boundaries. Because how in the hell did this not turn you into me? How in the hell did this not make you violent and sexual? How in the hell did this not make you snort things up your nose? How in the hell did you not turn into the bad mother that you had? How did you not turn into the bad father that you had? How is it that you didn't turn into any of the bad friends that you've experienced or the bad lover that you had? It's because you got a relationship with God. And instead of people realizing that you just surrendered that bullshit, they'll say you're arrogant. They'll give you all of these labels because to actually just say that you've been saved or that you accepted the call to go on and just live without the bullshit, they would have to admit that they accepted the bullshit. And a lot of people are not ready to admit that they accepted the bullshit. You got to be doing something underneath the table. You got to be hiding something. It's got to be because some people, they've hidden so much that you got to be like them. It's like, what? I've been hiding all this stuff about me so much. You gotta be like me. Cause how in the hell are you good on the outside, on the inside? Cause I'm not good on the inside. I'm good as shit on the outside, but I'm not good on the inside. You gotta be like me. And they'll seek to find out. And even when they see proof, some people still won't believe you. They'll steal, they'll lie, they'll sneak, they'll pass rumors, Aquarian energy. They'll carry rumors, the water bearer. They'll make up charts and graphs. They'll come up with all these angles for why you can't be good because they didn't do it. They even found themselves in worse karma trying to figure out your situation. But oh, when you come out as the high priestess and you've balanced the light and the dark. You've balanced all the BS you've been given, but you surrendered to Jesus. So now you look like this. And you still got that dark. But look how bright that light is. You see what I'm saying? So some people are not going to understand your ascension. That 972, which brings you to the 18, which brings you to the 9, which brings you back to the divine. All the devices brought against you, the sneakiness, the lying, the stealing, the sabotage, the speaking death into your life, the trying to rearrange everything in your life In Capricorn season or grounded situation, earth signs, Virgo, Aquarius, the moon, highly intuitive, Pisces energy. You see, when you still can maintain your crown, male or female, when all these things are coming at you and you still choose to surrender all that BS, despite how many people tried to prove you wrong, that you weren't arrogant, you were just confident in the fact that you surrendered all your bullshit and you let it go. You're not looking for outside validation. You're not looking to get over. You're not looking to get into. You're not looking to get under. You're just looking to be free. People will not understand how you show up as the high priest or the priestess in your life. They're going to talk about you like a dog. They're going to say, shit, I ain't never seen her go to church. I ain't never seen him go to church. There's some people that stay in the church, live in the church, ain't about the church at all. You understand? It's some men that hang with women and they don't have sex with them. They actually enjoy the company of women. Everybody ain't hoeing out here. And it's some women that function better around men because women have tried to cut them short in life, cut them short in opportunities, just cut them short, period. Everybody ain't what you think they are. You have to stop putting your narrative on people because that's unfair too. Some people are what you think they are, and some people ain't. But who are you to push them things on them? Who are you? Are you going to pay their bills? This one thing I hate when I see this in traffic. I hate when I see somebody get pulled over in traffic and everybody that's not pulled over starts to drive weird. I can see you changing lanes to provide for the safety of the officer and the person being pulled over. That makes sense because you don't want to ride too fast and pull them in through your, through your velocity and all that other kind of stuff. It's so many things, or hit them with a stray rock because you sped by and a rock popped off your tire, things of that nature. But when everybody slow down as if they're going to help this person get out of trouble or pay the ticket, it pisses you off because what is it any of your business anyway? You are still traveling. You still got to go to work. You still got to go where you got to go. So it would make sense to pay attention to the traffic that's going in front of you or the things that's going on in front of you, because we know you're not going to offer out your insurance information to this person who's pulled over. You're not going to, show up in court and try to get them out of the ticket. You just being nosy. And for some, they interfere. I see, how many people I see driving bad in traffic, and the reason why they're driving bad is because they're trying to make an update on Waves and then end up in an accident because they're trying to update the status on Waves. You know how asinine that is? Like, you're actually creating a situation where you might cause another accident to report on if there's an accident or a cop sitting in the middle of the street. But they don't want you handling your phone while you're in traffic. Yet they would put that function for while you're driving so that you can give live updates as you're driving. Make it make sense. Anywho, like I was saying, for Capricorn season, there's a Capricorn right now who is in ascension. There's also Capricorn right now who is actually part of the sabotage of the crew. We don't know. There's a Virgo and there's Aquarius that is also part of the sabotage of the crew, but there's also a Virgo and Aquarius that is part of the elevation of the world. We don't know, but they show up as high priest and high priestesses in this situation. So we have the 9, which is that divination, which is the 9 of Pentacles, the fruits of labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence. This is how this person functions. Despite anything that has happened, they are still able to surrender and actually be happy in the Garden of Eden again. With this seven, we already know people try to steal your joy. They try to steal your reputation. They try to steal your purpose. They try to steal your star. They try to steal everything. They try to say, the Aquarius is the star. The Aquarius is the star, the water bearer. They try to steal your information. They try to tell your story before you tell it. They try to retell your jokes and they ain't that damn funny. So by the time you walking around and tell it, people like, I heard that joke from somewhere, not realizing that that person stole all your material, tried to steal your personality and sell it to people, even though they told people that you was a bad person, that you wasn't funny, that you was boring, that you was judgmental. But that person talked about you like a dog and then turned around and tried to and tried to copy everything that you did. Tried to walk like you walk, talk like you talk, tried to put on that same cologne, tried to put that same hairstyle in, try everything that you tried. Meanwhile, they talked about you like a dog while secretly wanting to replace you in life. This is that person who can't believe that all that stuff that happened to you and all of that negative energy that they threw at you did not turn you into this. Instead, you came out like this as a high priest and a high priestess. You tapped in and you really know who's your friend and who's not now, but you can't even tell them because they're going to sabotage that. So you got to just be cool with everything and surrender and know how you going to move when you get up. Because guess what? Life is a game of chess. Whether you on the black side or the white side, all them pieces got to move. Be a king to your queen and be a queen to your king. All right. I love you. Hopefully, this was a beautiful Sunday morning. We have been on for 3 hours. Hopefully, this is also some great SMR background music. Like, share, and subscribe. This has been a wonderful Sunday morning. I love you. Hopefully, you love me too. This has been your neighborhood love dealer, Nyx. Hey, don't come for me because somebody's spinning you. Mm, mm, mm. Do you smell what the rock is cooking? Hopefully, it's not a smackdown.